And we are live with yet another episode of Bad Rolls, continuing the adventures of the Minotaurists. Bringing everyone on screen. I'm not doing the full DM screen today because it keeps screwing up all the cameras, so I'm just up in the corner box. Hello. As you can see, we have 4 players this week. Flint with Pax couldn't be here, and something came up with Lamb. We wish that situation well. He's okay. It's a friend. Something happened. Everyone's fine. But he couldn't be here. Say hello, cast.
Hello.
Hello, cast.
Cast.
Hey.
We can actually see Brett today.
Disadvantage for puns.
I did. I bought a light.
Nice.
You did.
Let's
It's
there.
quite wonderful.
Be lights.
See, we worked with Brett after the show at one point, and been like, Brett, just get because what I use is just a lamp, like a table lamp, and just put it right behind your camera, and that way you'll get some light to front light you, so people can see you, and it does. It works stupid well.
$6 lamp I bought at Walmart.
Yeah.
It's just pointed at the wall.
Yep, that works.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little better with my music cues today, too. It didn't go into something sinister this time right after while we're all talking. It's the happy upbeat music.
Brett's got a lamp.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's that mean for the story?
Dun, dun, dun.
The light cannot illuminate you forever, Zangulis.
Forever illuminated.
That sounds like a really nice novel. Maybe a self-help novel. Or a self-help book. Forever illuminated. This sounds right.
Yeah.
Well, see, what we're actually saying is that Brett actually joined the cult.
I did. Oh,
The lamp cult.
it's gone. It's our street
Bye.
now.
Grakees is out.
Brett's our new DM.
What is that?
You all get cookies.
Yay!
What's that, cookies? You could pass those around. It's too early to talk about cookies yet.
Never
it
too
isn't.
early to talk about cookies.
What
It's
about
never too
brownies?
early.
You know what I have is some
We
chocolate.
can talk about cookies, and Brock is.
I love hearing-
talk about cookies.
I love
I have
hearing
some-
all about them, and I can dream of cookies and brownies and
I have
pizza
some
and
chocolate
bread.
custard
Oh, cheese
Oh.
bread. I want cheese
that has
bread.
brownie bites and cookie dough
Oh,
and
God.
peanut butter cups and peanut butter ice cream and vanilla ice cream and the chocolate ice cream.
I'm coming over right now.
Come on over. Yeah, I got that. I just got that saved. I went to Culver's the other day and have you guys ever had the cheese curds from there? Cheese curds sound disgusting to eat.
Cheese
they're
curds are
really-
wonderful.
Amazing. Like an amazing food. And then you get
Astro,
Yeah.
you can come back. The discussion is cheese curds. We can have cheese curds.
cheese curds and their custard or whatever the
It has been
Without,
many years
without
since
your
I've
earbuds in, I summoned you back. My timing
That
was
was
perfect.
impressive.
DM,
Pretty good.
That's how I party.
I am omniscient. I can see what is happening with all of you at any time. It's the
I will say, Brock, if you have the ingredients, I do have the ability to make brownies that are keto friendly.
Is
What?
it made with black beans?
That's made with
Almonds?
peanut butter.
What?
Peanut-
Oh,
You have to use
Or
a
like the
small
recipe
amount
stack.
of peanut butter, though.
Huh?
And, you can use no sugar peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Use real
Natural
peanut butter.
Can you forward this on? I would like that recipe, please.
I think it uses peanut butter, and it uses almond flour, and it uses like dark cocoa powder, because dark
Bring
cocoa
it.
doesn't have a lot of sugar in it at
I
all.
love dark cocoa.
Answer is yes.
It's
Yeah.
really, it's not
Friendly
sweet. It's
brownies.
really,
It
really.
doesn't need to be sweet. I love dark chocolate. I love dark cocoa. Oh,
Yeah.
that
The
sounds like something
problem
that would
is
go over well.
I can't eat dark chocolate.
really?
Oh no!
I'm allergic to chocolate.
What?
Why do you like brownies?
What?
It gives me
This-
severe
I
migraines
can't even.
whenever I eat
My
chocolate.
ears can't even comprehend what you just said. You're allergic to chocolate? My God, man!
Yep,
I am
I
so
get
sorry.
extremely severe migraines the darker the chocolate is. It's whatever chemical is in chocolates,
Wow.
the darker it is. So, like,
Wow.
fudge is really bad, dark chocolate's a little bit
This
not
is-
as bad, but it's still bad, milk chocolate, so on.
Huh?
So, if
about-
I eat that, it's like, for hours
Oh, God,
afterwards,
I'm
but
so
occasionally
sorry.
I so want chocolate so bad I eat it. Then I go lie down immediately, put a washcloth on my head, and just lay there and take
Oh,
it
that's
because it's
awful.
like, oh,
Yeah.
worth it. Oh, worth it.
Hi, chat. This is what we do when we're not playing D&D.
This is what we do when we're playing D&D.
It's true, but usually
this is-
I speak like this. You
Yeah.
do not like chocolate? Why do you not like chocolate? What are you, stupid?
Chocolate is beautiful.
No, you do that when you're not playing D&D
Beautiful.
also.
Chocolate is beautiful. It is the language of love, the chocolate.
It is beautiful.
Say your name.
Chocolate.
It makes
The chocolate when you
it is love
smear
saying-
it.
What is this
Food
chocolate?
for-
Yes. Oh,
You
you just
smear the
bathe in
chocolate across
Just
your
all
mouth.
over your body.
It makes your mouth beautiful.
It
Stop,
makes
stop,
everything
stop. I can only
beautiful.
become so erect.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Maybe you should see a doctor.
Grakees is gonna get a headache if we keep.
Do you have a
talking
sub
about
for that?
If the brownies last more than 4 hours, please consult a cleric.
If your beauty lasts for more than 4 hours, please consult me.
That sounds like a hell of a pickup line. I have no idea what it means, but I'm gonna fall for it. It sounded good. It sounded really good.
That well played. Advantage.
Oh, boy.
I may or may not use that the next time we get to.
Hashtag turgid.
If we survive.
Yes. So
All right, seriously.
to go through announcements real fast, as we all know, I'm taking it from you this time. The captain's table will be on this evening. So in just a few hours, make sure you check out the Astrobubs channel for the captain's table. It is pretty much every single week talking about Star Citizen, a bunch of people goofing off, and well, they tell you what's really going on with the game. Even though they have no idea whatsoever, it is all confirmed and accurate, 100%.
And you can take the forms. In fact, our subtitle, our official subtitle now, as suggested by the cast a couple weeks ago, is Captain's Table. We don't know shit.
Oh yeah, I was there for the
Yeah, you were there when we don't know
things
shit.
confirmed.
Yes,
Yeah, I
and
was there
everything
for
is
the we don't
confirmed.
know shit. Yeah. Everything is confirmed. Hashtag blame disco.
Yeah. I just want to get more loving ECIG emails between Disco Lando and Montoya. That's all I'm asking. Okay, that's all I'm asking.
So aside from that, we also have the fan art contest still going on. We're going to keep announcing it until we get some art. Sometimes we know it can take some time. Remember to hashtag bad rolls and put it on Twitter. You can also join the Discord, put it there, or hell, do both. Get into the Bad Rolls Discord. There is a fan art channel in there for all your fan art. It is a contest. Art, talent not required. It's all about the heart and capturing the moment in the best way that you know how, whether it be clipping pictures together or, you know, stick figure scene that
Collage.
you've drawn out to. Exactly.
Whatever.
We're gonna go through it, and we're gonna find a winner, and they're going to win something Dungeons and Dragons related that is to
I want to see
not
that.
yet determined because Flint announced it, and I, as the DM and running the show, have no idea what the fuck is happening with it. So,
And unfortunately, Flint is currently at PAX West. So
Fortunate for him, not so fortunate for us.
and also because Flint's not here, I just remembered I have to bring up an extra
Uh-oh.
tool.
Dun,
Where
dun,
is it?
dun.
Where is
Oh,
it? D&D. The
Things
HP
happening.
tracker.
oh, okay.
Unless one of you wants to do it.
Don't
I don't
don't
know.
let me do it.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
HP tracker.
I mean, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
It's your normal state, right?
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
There we go. I just sent you guys the link to the HP
Clicking
tracker.
on
if
it.
Someone
Oh,
wants.
hey, that's fancy.
Yeah, so if you guys take damage, if one of you wants to do that, because I'm going to be tracking piles of stuff, I can still do it. It just, I need a third monitor to do
No, I
things
get that,
properly.
yeah.
Okay, back to
So we want
announcements.
to put Carrick's health down to 1. I mean,
You don't need to do that. That will just happen.
Yeah.
That's a
Point
good
is
it might
point.
just be in a constant state, I feel.
Uh-huh.
Somehow, yes. Yes, that is very, very true. Okay, so those were the two main announcements we have going on right now. Also, stay tuned for a Help or Hinder episode of Bad Rolls, where I'm going to try to find a way to do a metered bar where if you donate with a hashtag, it will either help or hinder the cast, and all of the funds are going to be evenly distributed to help us out for TwitchCon, CitizenCon, and basically, you know, anything left over. If there is stuff, maybe we can get equipment for these people if they need it. I really want them to have the best of all the stuff to make the show better. Seriously, that's what I care about.
I
Yeah,
think
the
that's
backlight was sick,
awesome
though.
when we do that. The help or hinder. I'm
Yes,
really
and for
looking
those
forward
you
to
guys who are
that.
confused about what help or hinder is and may not know what it is, essentially, it's where if you donate some money with the hashtag help and or hinder, and you have a chance to either help us or screw us over in the middle of the game. So, you know, and it doesn't require much, you know, just your whatever donations you can do, which is great. You don't have to do it either. You just want to sit back, relax, and watch the hilarity ensue as we try to, as some people throw money at us and make us dance like exotic dancers. Then you can do that. You know, it's fine.
For example, it could be anything from, hey, they find a useful health potion, just a minor health potion of some kind, all the way up to, holy shit, one of them got a new magic item that's actually pretty good for them. Like, one of them could get something similar to the axe that Flint found, and it'll be thrown into the game. Whereas Hinder could be anything from, you know, an annoying little trap that does some damage and slows them up to, oh shit, you guys just threw enough money at this to drop a dragon on their heads. And now they got to figure out how to, well, Flint's probably going to end up dead.
Flint's going to end up
running. Running.
But,
Flint will be begging for you to drop a dragon on him.
Yeah.
Yes,
Flint will be the one who donates.
but yeah, I mean, I did introduce dragons into the game, so they exist. And besides the title, Dungeons and Dragons.
Hello.
Speaking of introducing things into the game, I think it's time to recap and see where they left off.
Let's recap.
Boy.
So, on the last episode of Bad Rolls, our adventurers, the Minotaurists, finally found their way out of the caverns that run beneath the forests next to the Honey Hills to the west of Hem. Finding their way up out of the caverns, they decided to continue on their path to check out where the bandits were coming from. They knew they were somewhere to the southwest. With the excellent tracking skills of Zangulus, being a ranger and especially knowing this forest specifically, he managed to find where those trees had fallen, where they were disappearing in a section of the forest. Continuing further, they come across an open clearing, noticing smoke, blasting sounds, and trees being dropped. Watching a little further, they see that a barricaded fortress, very much like a frontier-style fort, is being constructed using logs and the help of a giant. Along with the giant, they notice banners, cloaks over armored soldiers. Not bandits as they thought. The cloaks, familiar, bearing the symbol of the Thin Gains, ones that they'd run into quite some time back. People that Iski hasn't yet had the pleasure of encountering. Trying to remain stealthy in their observations, Flint wasn't so great at performing an animal call to get people's attentions and screamed out, "Caw-caw!" Literally, caw-caw. Drawing the attention of a nearby patrol and 3 of the soldiers, the Minotaurists quickly dispatched them as best they could. However, were not quite stealthy enough in their actions, and the forest was shot at by hundreds upon hundreds of arrows dropping in from the barricades. With that, they fled deeper into the forest using Zangulus's skills, got away from the now pursuing sets of patrols who are heading in that direction and find themselves hidden away half a mile into the woods. The pantomiming finishes, and the story continues.
Yay!
Can't distract a professional.
We're doing it for chat, okay? We're doing it for the viewer.
Wasn't for you.
We're doing an interpretive dance to help with the viewers
Seriously,
understanding.
we were letting our creative juices just flow.
Yeah.
Flow.
In the
It's like
immortal
vocal
words of
warm-ups.
Chris
Yeah.
Roberts, bullshit.
Now we just need to have Carrick do an epic ballad of our adventures with the Thin Gains. you
God,
know?
yes.
And we'll be performing in the background while he tells the story.
I love this idea. You have no idea. I'm all about it.
All right.
Alrighty. Let's do it.
The hell was that?
I have no idea.
It was just. Is that magic?
How many were there?
There must have been a lot.
Just-
Thousands.
Flint, no, you're not going. I know you want to go because it is thousands of arrows, but no.
But my axe!
No.
No,
But no.
I-
No.
Be man, I will hit something.
Can I
You
freeze
did
him
hit
in place
something.
with my breath?
You killed a sleeping man.
You did.
Did. Not good enough. There's a giant.
We will take care of the giant eventually. We need to plan this out. So, does anybody have any idea how many arrows those were?
A lot.
1,000.
I wasn't counting while they were raining
2,000.
down.
But do they have that many archers? There's no way they have that many archers.
I didn't get a good look at everything. I
I
could,
saw like 20, 25 people.
okay, that's
Had to
Flint-
be this many.
Flint said saw this many.
I think it was a machine. I don't think it was
a machine.
that many archers.
Oh, we should get one of those machines.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Helpful.
We were the ones using it, but we're not.
We need
I
to-
do not believe we will be able to take these fortress on by ourselves. They've been building this for a while, and they have a large group defending them.
So I think a fairly large group.
And they have a giant. So here is
Ahar!
Oh.
eventually,
Calm
eventually,
down.
Said,
Listen to the plan.
this is the plan. Hear me out.
Okay, what's the plan?
We did very, very well killing those three. Okay?
Yes.
We assume they probably will have patrols like that pretty frequently. They want to protect themselves.
More so
People come.
now.
Exactly.
They definitely know that we're here.
We could, hear me out,
Okay.
ambush these patrols and thin their numbers out. And once they are thinned out enough, we can go in and kill them.
Okay.
Because once they
Sure.
cannot watch all of the walls,
Yes.
then they will be defenseless. And
Yes.
I have a tabard, and I'm sure that Zangulus has a cloak. We might,
Okay.
who knows? We could get Zangulus to sneak into the place and cause some havoc. Or at least see what's going on in the middle of the night.
Maybe we should just focus on getting to where we need to be going.
This is important. These
It is
are
important. Yes. I
these are
agree.
bandits. These are not bandits, but these are not good men, and they will do harm to the village. And I do not believe that Brett, who is this Brett?
Brett.
I do not believe that Zangulus would leave his village unprotected.
The village is the most important thing right now in my mind, yes.
This is a threat. We need to take care of it.
Raven's kind of sneaky.
Yes.
You hear Carrick speaking up behind you. My thoughts are... I don't feel so. Just collapses to the ground.
I'm gonna check him out real quick.
There's nothing even attacking him, and he's falling down.
Anybody seen him drinking lately?
I'll check him out. What do I need to do? Like medicine check?
I'm turning
Medicine
my
check.
back to him. And I'm crossing my dragon.
15.
You've had so much.
All right.
I've had enough of him.
Rush over to him, start checking him over, and what you notice now, and you've seen head injuries before from different combat and stuff. Normally it's a blunt instrument cracking someone across the head. There's nothing external, but you do see some of the signs, and one of them being you catch there's blood trickling just out of one of his ears, except it's a lighter color than normal. There's some sort of clear fluid mixed in with it as well. So you know this is a sign of pretty bad traumatic head injury of some sort.
Oh.
I don't know why you guys even bother.
He has been hitting the head
He hit himself in the head.
several times. I know, but
Yes.
he has some serious trauma to his brain.
Well, we knew that before.
Yeah, I mean that's ongoing.
Now there's just outward signs of it.
Do
Can
I know
we
how
just
to
leave
do I know
him
how to
here?
treat Grakees, or is there any kind of things that I know off the top of my head?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that part.
Is there anything I know off the top of my head as to how to treat it? Because I've seen something like this before as a cleric, as a healer.
You've seen it, you know that you can treat him by using cure-based abilities on him, focusing specifically on the internal injury, the same as you would other wounds. However, even with that, it might repair the damage, but it doesn't always work right away. Sometimes they remain unconscious, sometimes they remain unconscious for good.
So, like, lesser restoration might help.
Hopefully he does.
Lesser restoration might help. Cure wounds might help.
Okay.
Seen different applications of different things, but head injuries are typically treated non-standard. There isn't one method that most of the clerics you've worked with, and you yourself being new,
All right,
over
we
and
need-
over.
We need to find someplace safe, and someone needs to drag this idiot away with us so I can treat him, because he needs serious medical attention.
It's a good bloodletting.
Are you a barbarian? Are you Flint? No one uses bloodletting. God.
Wait, we don't use bloodletting.
To heal.
Actually, I think that's exactly what we should do. Give it a shot. I'm pretty sure it'll
Okay.
help.
No.
Let all the blood out.
No.
Yep.
Alrighty. I just start dragging the unconscious man with me. All right, we have to go somewhere. Could someone help me find? We need to find a good place to hold up.
Are you carrying him above your head like last time?
No, I'm dragging him around the first floor. My
Look at
muscles are
Flimsy
hurting
piece
too
of
much.
plywood.
Flint walks up behind you, grabs him, and not gently, but grabs him, potato sacks him over the shoulder.
Gently, Flint. Gently. Brain hurt.
Oh.
Big head pain. Not good to whip your head back and forth.
He's fine.
Never have to
You-
deal with that.
It's you, Flint. Let's see. So yeah, can we find a place to so I can work on him?
We'd probably make a clearing.
Place we can defend from, because those guys are probably looking for us.
Yeah, do you think we're safe in this area?
I
We
don't
should
think so.
probably get a little further away.
I would agree. I think we need to push forward just a bit if we're gonna. Yeah, let's move. I'm gonna just start walking forward. and shake my head. I just can't. Again. And again. And it's just nothing but killing.
Since we're now in a situation where we're a little calmer and not running for our lives, I'm going to try to cover our tracks from this point on.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a survival.
Uh, 21.
All right. You take up the back of now the formation, so going is a bit slower as Iski's just sort of walking off in a direction. From there, quietly, you're able to kind of direct her, but you can't show the easiest ways through the underbrush, so it's a bit slower going. However, as far as you can tell behind you, you are covering your tracks properly. When a branch gets broken in an odd way that might show your trail, you know enough on how to remove it and make it look like a larger animal might have come through there, something like a deer or things of that nature. You put odd signs of, different wildlife moving through. So you know the forest well, you know what dwells here, and from what you think, you're covering your tracks pretty well, but it's slow going to make sure it happens.
Yeah.
In doing so, you take about an hour and a half wandering through the forest in a direction that'll take you away from where that encampment is. Now you know where it is. You've marked it down, Dangulus especially. You don't get lost in forests. You know your way through these things like they're nothing. And taking an hour and a half heading further south and eastward so that you're on the edge of the grasslands a bit, you find something of a clearing that appears to have a defensible position. It's got, unusual for this part, but it's got pieces of the bloodstone from the mountains, large boulders, which appear to have been thrown here by whatever caused the mountains to split up where Tem is at some point. There are large bloodstone boulders in a field-like section, a small pond in the center of this field area. So as you approach it, you're heading south. So to your left, it goes open into the grasslands, up into the hills. The forest kind of goes into a horseshoe shape that's a few hundred feet across, a small pond there, and several boulders of bloodstone that would give you some cover moving into the grasslands. You don't know those as well as you do the forest, so covering your tracks might be a little bit more difficult, but it looks like it has defensible positions.
This looks like it'll be a good spot to hold up for right now.
All righty. So I stop, I lay out a bedroll, and I tell Flint, put him here. Carefully.
Holds him and he puts him down without just tossing the body.
I'm gonna do another medical check to check on his status as we've moved.
Okay.
I'm gonna go sit underneath a tree.
It's another 15.
In checking him over, looking at him, here's that there's a little bit more blood that had trickled out, probably from Flint tossing him over his shoulder and walking with him that way. In opening his eyes have rolled back, not responsive at all, but he is breathing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a cure wounds on him and see if I can't help a little bit trying to focus on the brain. I don't know if it'll give him any points back, but he gets. Is he actually hurt?
I don't think he is right now.
No, he's not.
No HP loss. Nope.
Yep.
So I'll get even if it does nothing. 13 hit points. It would be normally the equivalent of 13 hit points of HP.
Okay. Roll me a wisdom check as well. Just straight wisdom.
Ooh, straight wisdom.
Yep.
That's my shit. No saving throw bonus or anything. If that's the case, then a 20, non-natural.
Okay. With this, you're focusing specifically on your god to try and help him with this cure. It's not so much about
Sayune, make this man, this idiot of a man, less of an idiot. Help his brain, help his mind to heal.
So you spend some time focusing between the medicine and calling to your god, focusing on his head, and you notice that the slight trickle of blood that's been growing slows and stops, and it's thin enough that it sort of crusts up across his cheek, leaving a pinkish trail there, but it's not wet anymore. You check him again, touch it. It's that damp crustiness of something just starting to dry up, but it's not fresh. It's not leaking.
I do not know if he will survive, honestly.
I don't know why you keep bothering.
He might be an idiot, but he's a helpful idiot sometimes.
And he's part of the party. Would you like me to just let you die?
Yes, if I was causing this much trouble, I would expect that you let me die.
I cannot do this. This is not what Sayune wants. Sayune
You're Sayune.
wants to protect everyone, wants to make everyone feel beautiful. And I can let someone die. Unless they're evil. Then I can let them die.
You have restoration?
I do.
Okay.
So we just need to prove that he's evil.
I don't think that'd be too hard to prove.
He needs to rest at the very least.
I almost feel like he's been working against us this whole time.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I just.
We will see. We will see. We need to rest. He needs to rest. I will do one more thing that I think I can do, and but then, which is probably best for us to plan and prepare to deal with this problem.
Yes. Well, it would help to have him on his feet rather than laying down if we're going to move forward with any plans.
Mm-hmm. But the planning is important. Planning
Yes.
is important. And anything that he did have a point before he passed out, which was Raven is good at sneaking, and she likes to take things.
What are you implying?
You could sneak into the fort and steal something of importance,
Like what? What do we know that they have?
like the keys, like any magic items or potions or scrolls.
Just anything
Plans?
that might catch my eye?
Something
Because that could be a lot.
it could be helpful.
This is not going to turn out well.
We've already nothing is going to turn out well with this. This is a fact. All right, well, let me try one more thing, and then we will discuss. So, Grakees, now I'm gonna use lesser restoration, and it's all that lesser restoration does is there's no dice roll, there's no hit points back or anything like that.
I know.
It's just right.
Yeah, roll me another wisdom with it.
For 13.
Okay. You focus again on the beauty of Sayune and her love, and transferring that into Carrick as much as you possibly can. You feel it transferring through where you've placed your hand upon his head and one upon his chest to rub him down as you feel is necessary for the casting of your spells.
Yes. I figured imagine I was doing like a scalp massage too, like a sensual scalp massage for the brain.
Don't see it have any immediate effect, but his breathing seems to be a little less shallow at this point, Before it was that on the edge of something bad kind of shallow breathing. Now it seems more like just deep sleep breathing, from what you can tell. Roll me another medicine check, though. Checking him over, you remember someone else with a traumatic head injury that didn't wake up within 10 minutes. And you're like, well, I think he's dead. I think he's a dead man.
Oh.
He's dead. He's died. I am sorry. He is dead.
Still breathing.
He's breathing or he's dead?
Dead.
He's dead?
Dead man. Not dead right now. Will die.
He will die. Okay. Yeah. He's dead.
Oh.
There's no way he will die. There's
So
nothing I can do to save him.
we
He's
should
dead.
put him out of his misery.
That's a good idea.
No.
Yeah.
Let him die naturally. It is.
Let's bury him under the ground, and that way he'll go back to the earth.
It's what he would have wanted.
It's what he would have wanted. I think I've heard him talk about it, in fact. I will help you bury the grave. I mean, dig the grave and bury the man. No, I'm not going to touch him, but I'll help you dig. We should do that now.
He's gotta feel so loved.
He's going to die, but I want to make him feel comfortable.
I don't know what that means.
It means that he should die on his own. We should not help him die.
But you said he's dying.
He's going
dead.
to die.
Yeah,
He's
well-
essentially a dead man.
Okay.
But if you were essentially a dead person, you were sleeping restfully in your sleep, I would not want to kill you either. So no, you would not kill him.
Well, I would want you to kill me. If I was holding things up. We're spending an awful lot of time on this guy. And he's dead. And you want to spend more time on this guy.
Anyways, because I used all of my powers given to me.
See, all your resources are taxed by this dead guy. This is what I'm talking about. This
You
I thought
are
you were
a
my
cold.
friend.
You are a cold dragon. You know that. You are
I'm
a
just
cold
tired
dragon.
of almost dying
I want to do a medicine check on him
every
as well.
time.
Okay.
14. Better than a
Checking
1.
him over, his breathing pattern's normal. There's nothing leaking from his head. His eyes aren't opening, but for the most part, from when you've come across this, accidents happen in the village occasionally where you grew up, especially near the ranch and such things. People got kicked in the head by cows, and people fell off roofs working on stuff. He mostly seems to have just brained himself. He's unconscious, but you don't see anything that would indicate he's gonna die.
I don't think he's about to die. As far as I can
No,
tell.
he's going to die. I appreciate your second opinion, but he's going to die.
If he does, dibs on his stuff.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You want his jingly hat?
No, I want to burn it, but I don't want to own it. That will give me great pleasure.
Let us set up a fire and everything, and let us continue.
I don't know that we should be setting up a fire right now, but we could probably just keep him warm.
Okay.
By setting him on fire?
Yes. Yes. I agree with this.
That would keep him warm.
Yes.
Carrick may not last the night. I swear, he will not last the night because someone is going to kill him in this group.
So what you're saying is we need people to stay up just to make sure none of us kill him.
Yes.
So we need at least 2 people watching Iski.
Yes.
I'll take first watch is what I was going to say. I think
Zangulis can take 2 watches.
Yes, because Zangulis can do his fancy meditation,
Yes.
so he does not need as much sleep as the rest of us.
No.
I don't think we'll have a problem with Flint because Carrick is not a grand skill. There would be no glory.
No. There's no glory.
So you're setting up a fire to keep warm. It's not
No,
even
no, we're-
really.
We're not
No,
setting
we
up
even
fire.
need
We're just
We passed on the fire idea.
we're gonna put like lots of blankets on him and kind of stuff, keep him warm.
Okay.
And we're in the middle of the day, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about
Okay.
to say. It's still afternoon.
Mm.
Okay.
So, with Carrick dying, we need to plan. Okay. We can bury him when he dies, but we need to plan.
Okay.
We need to take out this fortification. And the thing gains, well, fuck the thing gains. All right, we need to take care of these bastards once and for all.
Well, the attacking them slowly might work.
Attacking them head on is not going to work. Flint, no. You don't even have to say anything. No.
There's only two potential problems. One, they pick up on it early and just send a massive army out after us. Or two, if they have a constant flow of troops coming into this place, then it doesn't matter how many we kill, we pick off one at a time.
Here's the question. The theme gains are in charge of these people, right? Yeah, yes.
As far as we can tell.
And these are the same people who were in your village.
Yes.
They had that powder that went kaboom.
They did.
Do you think they have the powder that went kaboom in this fortification?
That's very highly likely.
That could be something we need, actually.
I mean, if they are storing it in a place, or if they keep it out, we could cause a distraction. Could open a hole in their wall, or blow up everything. Who knows? I do not know how much they have.
Maybe if they have enough, we could get some and bring it with us.
Possibly, but I would rather use it against them rather than against
But there's
us.
going to be more to use against, and I think that actually could help us in other situations.
We could figure out what it is.
But we just need to make sure if they do have it, that when we show up, that we don't blow up the entire stash. You know, we need some for reserve to take with us.
But I believe this is a way
Yeah.
that we can cause chaos and or even break down the walls or to take care of the encampment.
That is very
Yeah,
true. We
Do
probably
we
could
have
cause
any
a bit
idea
of
how many
chaos.
people would be inside?
I saw 20, 25. Plus the giant.
Oh, the giant.
Flint will take care of the giant. I have full faith that Flint can kill the giant.
It was a pretty
Damn
big jump.
straight, shorty.
Have you ever seen a small giant?
Little giants.
Tiny giant.
Baby giants.
I think at that point they're just people.
Humans. Baby giants.
Yeah.
But this is a plan. We ambush a few, maybe take their clothing, their armor. We dress Raven or Zangulus or both into their armor, sneak into the camp.
We
Blow up
could
their
try to
shelter?
capture some of them and keep them alive, which is something we have not been very good at to this point. For questioning.
You do realize you're talking to the group with Flint in it.
I realize I'm talking to a group that has not kept a single thing alive that we've gone up against thus far.
And I'm very glad that you brought that up because I would agree with you. I think there's far
Technically-
too much killing going on.
Technically,
We
the
are in a
dragon
war.
survived.
Technically,
Dragon
yes.
did survive.
No, I think this is a good idea, though. We could take a couple prisoners and do some questioning.
And
But
then
we need
can-
to agree that we can keep them alive.
Long enough to question them.
Yes.
And then they die. Because they might tell their people about us.
Or we could let them go.
No.
No.
There's just a
Then
few,
they
and
would tell
they're
their
going to have
people about us.
lost everything. I mean, how?
If we let them go back, then they know where we are. They know how many people we have. Then they can tell their group, and then they will come hunt us even more.
Not if we question them in the castle. Or
What
the
castle?
Fortress. Wherever we are. Wherever this place is.
How,
In there. If we
they-
question them in there.
they own the fortress.
Yeah, but if
Are you saying
we're going
we,
to get into a battle, we're gonna have to kill a bunch of people. If there's only a few that's left after we've killed everyone, no harm, no foul.
That's okay. But the issue with me, what we're going to do is we're going to ambush a patrol. One of those looking for us, we will attack them.
Yeah.
We will kill most of them, keep some of them alive. Flint. It is for the greater good. We then figure out
Fine.
how many people they have, who the giant is, where the crazy machine that shoots thousands of arrows is.
We need this machine.
You need this
Yes.
machine.
If we could turn the machine on them.
See, I mean, we need to make their strengths their weaknesses.
I think the machine is someplace up high.
Possibly.
I don't know that it needs to be.
I would store it someplace high.
Probably fires in an arc.
Well, we're gonna have to watch the patrols, and see if we can figure out. But we're gonna have to wait till nightfall, I think, because if we go over there now, we're going to really give ourselves away. I know us.
What do
I'm
you
not
want?
super sneaky.
No. I think I agree. I think the what we should do is possibly either have Raven or Zangulis go scout and figure out what's going on, and while the rest of us stay behind. And
Okay.
they see what they can see, and try to stay out of the way, and come back and help us. Let us know. We need to do a lot of seeing how they work.
Yes, seeing. Yes, not killing. Yes, we are talking about the same thing. Yes.
Then we kill. Yes.
Let's see what we see first.
And I
That's
need to
what
stay. I need to stay with the idiot, Rocks here, and you can do what you need to. But this is just my suggestion, like my humble suggestion as a cleric of Seune.
I think this is a pretty good suggestion, but I don't think I should go do any scouting.
I can do the scouting.
I could sit here and just make sure he's okay.
Make sure she doesn't sit there and make sure he's okay.
No worries, my friend. No worries. I know this. This is something I know.
He'll be fine.
Don't touch him. Don't touch him. So it is planned. Let's just wait a few hours for night to fall so that we can see it a little better.
Are we safe here? Are we gonna get more arrows? Is that something we should be thinking about?
This is at least a defendable position, I would say.
It's fresh water.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So long as we're not screaming out "caca," it's not easy to spot us in here.
Maybe we're all right. I think I'd like to go for a swim, actually.
You can go for a swim.
I'm going to go do that. Woo!
Don't scream out "woohoo."
Yeah, that might be a little counterproductive.
Yeah. Making as little noise as possible is the best solution if they are still
Okay,
scouting
I
for
told
us
you.
right now. They may not be. If they found their dead friends, they probably are, though.
All right.
So what's everyone doing?
Swimming!
Zangulis and Raven, could you keep an eye out for three people coming? I
Yep.
believe the dragon is swimming. Flint, do we have ale? No?
Always
I
have
don't have any.
ale. He just into his bag, pulls out a skin, and just starts drinking from it.
Get drunk, Flint. That is what my job for you right now.
You have ale?
No.
Not enough to get drunk.
Just drink. Just relax. And something comes, you kill it. But until then.
Now you're speaking my language.
And I'll stick with Carrick and just keep an eye on him. See, make him comfortable. Keep checking it on him. See how long death's door is.
All right. Roll another medicine check to check up on him.
14.
Death's door could be a long ways off.
Damn.
He seems to not be fading as fast as you thought. This could be weeks of agony.
For us, I mean, Carrick's not gonna
Yeah. For all of you, he's unconscious. He probably doesn't feel it as far as you know. Weeks of agony of having to tote him around. He seems almost stable, but
He's going to die.
you're still pretty certain he's gonna die. All right. So Raven and Zangulus, what are the two of you doing?
Once it starts to get dark, I do want to go scout ahead, head back towards the camp, see if I can see any of them following us. I mean, if we haven't seen anything at this point, I'm guessing they're not, but you never know. But until then, I'm just looking out, keeping watch.
Let me perception check then.
21.
All right. And Raven, what are you doing?
I'll go with him.
Helping him scout. Okay. Roll me a
My
perception as well.
14.
Okay. Raven, you don't pick this up, but Zangulus, way off in the distance, out into the forest. You don't see it, but you hear it, just faintly. You just hear a sort of...
There's something out there.
What did you hear?
It's just a noise, but it sounded kind of loud. Something big, maybe.
I don't know. Is
Is it a noise I've heard before?
Roll me a nature check.
Oh, that was really good. 19 on the dice. I'm trying to get to my character sheet.
Damn.
Yeah. I think it's only going to be like 2 or 3, but...
It's like a 21, 20.
Not
20
proficient
total.
in-
Sorry, 20
Okay.
total.
20 total?
Yeah,
But you're not proficient
Thinking
in nature
back-
and you're a ranger?
I'm not.
Sorry.
Thinking back, there's a lot of different animals out there, but it could either been a couple of different animals, or what you really hope it's not, though it could have been an owl bear.
oh,
Fuck you so much.
Yeah.
They're in the woods. You've come across them. They don't come out too often, but they tend to try and find areas that are sort of secluded with fresh water and stay away from people.
You know how we don't have the best of luck?
what do you mean? What are you implying?
I'm implying that might have been an owl bear.
What's an owlbear?
It's a bear that's also an owl. They're very dangerous.
So, is it an owl-sized bear or a bear-sized owl?
It's more a bear-sized owl.
Oh, that's no good.
No, they're very dangerous.
Can you tell where it came from?
Do I need to roll?
Roll another perception check.
Oh, 23.
23 on the perception. You
I'm
can
rolling
hear it
good
again,
until I
and
attack
it's
something.
it's coming from across the clearing off into the woods a ways. You're more on the northern side of the clearing, starting to scout around, and when you hear it, it's very, very faint, so it's further off into the woods. You can't quite pinpoint how far, but you hear it again, just...
Yeah, I'm
And
pretty sure that's an owl
You're
bear.
getting a little bit more certain it's not a bear and an owl off in the woods. It's probably an owl bear, and it seems to be off in the woods somewhere near the clearing, but not quite on the clearing edge yet. It's nearby enough to hear, though.
If we're lucky, it'll stay in the woods, but it could head this way if it knows there's fresh water in this pond. Yeah. We should probably tell the others and figure out how to tell the others in a way that Flint won't want to kill it.
So we need to use a mathematical formula in that case.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, yeah, they should definitely know because this isn't good.
Actually, maybe we should just get Garrett for a moment.
Yeah, sure.
If you want to go get him, I'll just stay here and keep an eye on it.
All right, I'll head back to where we were staying and grab Garrett or approach him. You want to take a walk? Garrett, let's take a walk. There's some things we need to discuss.
Oh, Flint, watch the idiot.
I
I got him.
No. You're good. You stay there. You stay with do what you were doing.
Did you need me?
No.
You
you're
need
good.
me?
No, you're there. You're good. You're fine. You're perfect. You're beautiful. You're fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
I think I like him.
So yeah, yes, Raven. What is?
We found something and we'd like your thoughts, so I'll lead him back to where I left Xangulus.
Okay. It's not that far of a walk. It's between a few of the boulders off towards the woods where you started the patrols. Just a few hundred feet. It's just a little out of earshot of the camp if you're speaking quietly and not yelling.
I'm just
Yeah.
keeping an eye on still. Not 100% certain, but I think there's an owlbear out in those woods, and it's getting closer. Just
Should I do a roll to figure out if I know what an owlbear is?
Roll me a nature check. If you know.
Double check, but I'm pretty sure it's like a 9. Yeah, 9.
You have no idea what an owl bear is. You haven't even heard of owl bears before, except maybe in a couple of children's stories.
So I look at both of them. Go. So an owl bear is this is a code word for giant, or what are we talking about?
think about a bear, and then turn that bear into an owl, but it's still the size of a bear.
So you got me because you were afraid that if Flint found out, he would run into the woods trying to kill it.
I'm exactly afraid of that, and they're pretty nasty.
We do not have to tell.
It's worse than fighting a regular bear.
We do not have to tell Flint. But I will suggest this. We just stay quiet as possible, and if this owl bear shows up, Flint will kill it.
It's something
It's a
I'd
bear.
rather avoid than attack, is all I'm saying. If
Okay.
that's possible.
I will just say that we will say nothing and just have Flint be Flint. Do you manage to get to the fort yet?
No. We've gotten as far as hearing the owlbear.
Okay, well, we should probably stay here for the night and then try again tomorrow night.
Actually, yeah, that might be a better plan, just so we can get a good idea of our surrounding. I feel like they're not looking for us, but again, if they find their soldiers at some point, that will change. I'm almost certain of that.
All right. That's we will. The advantage we have is that if they do send out patrols to try to get us, they probably will not be the entire garrison, and we could ambush and take them down. I am not
Maybe.
worried about this.
I would hope that they'd be spread out enough that by the time they got to this area, there'd only be a few patrols, or maybe even just a few men, because they would have to search the entire area.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think staying here another night and then going to look is probably the best plan, even though I'm sure Flint's not going to like that, but that's too bad. We have a good holdout here. Be better to be cautious than rush into it.
So what are you guys doing at this point?
I head back to the camp area and observe, or just try to keep an eye on the idiot.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay here and keep an eye on where I know the owlbear probably is, and also scout in the direction of the camp in case there's anything coming through the woods towards us.
And Raven, what are you up to?
I'll just chill. I'll pick a spot nearby and just kind of sit and keep an eye out.
Okay, so you're staying sort of at the forest edge,
Yeah.
and not at the camp. Got it. All right, as the day progresses more into the evening, now Zangulus, you're tracking a little bit, so give me a survival check.
All right.
With advantage, because you're going into the forest for this.
With advantage.
Yep, you're going into the forest. You're not open the grass.
I rolled a
area.
17 and an 18, so 24.
All right. With that, you're able to scout into the woods really easily and quickly. You start on the northern edge, which now the camp is northwest of you as you proceeded further south than it. And in doing so, you're able to go and you spend some time doing this. You don't want to get too far away from the clearing, but you go a good quarter of a mile out. Enough that you could run and shout if you needed to.
All right.
And in doing so, you start circling around. You don't see any signs or notice any signs of broken branches of any patrols through this area. Roll me perception, though, as you're checking this to keep an eye further in and listen.
17.
Okay. You also have advantage on your perceptions when in the woods.
No, okay, then 23.
You keep an ear open, and now you're noticing as night's starting to come a little bit further, there's nothing in the direction of the fort. However, you're hearing more and more often.
Does
And
it sound like there's more than one?
It does. And from what you know, sometimes owlbears come in packs. Or flocks. I've always liked to say a flock of owlbears.
Tough one.
So you know that they tend to work together. Occasionally you'll have the lone one wandering off, sort of a large male, but sometimes they work together, especially if they're females with fledglings.
All right. I'm going to sneakily head back so that the owlbears don't notice me.
Roll me a stealth.
22.
22. As far as you can tell, you're able to sneak into the underbrush, keep quiet. You don't snap any twigs on the way back, and you make your way back to the grasslands. You spent a good 3 hours out there, and it was only towards the last half hour that you noticed the sound starting to pick up. Those telltale owlbear hoot and roar sort of grumblings. But you get back into the open clearing. Now you're more almost on the western side of it, as you'd circled about halfway around. And the sounds are coming from the south. And they are getting louder and more consistent. You also know owlbears, having that owl nature, tend to be more nocturnal.
Mm-hmm.
You're back into the grasslands heading towards the camp.
Yep. I'm gonna go straight for the camp.
All right. Ducking between the boulders, it's a pretty short walk, 10 minutes from the western edge. You get there and you get up to the camp. Carrick's there in the bedroll. Flint's sitting up against a rock. Little bit tipsy. Nothing bad. Empty skin to his side. You were quiet when you did it, too, so...
I'm going to investigate
Separate
around the
them.
pond looking for owlbear tracks.
All right. Iski, Garrett, roll me perceptions.
20.
6.
Okay. All right. Roll me a survival check.
Me?
No, perception check. Sorry, Zangulus. Perception.
Perception.
Yep.
13.
Just looking over, you don't see any obvious tracks. You would have to really get down and take your time to do this. You kind of go over and you're scanning right now.
All right. Well, I'm going to head over to Garrett. Yeah, that thing we talked about earlier.
Did
Garrett,
it just show
Zangulus
up?
pops up out of nowhere. Yeah.
Jesus! So you name, bless me. Where did you come from?
Sorry. That thing we talked about earlier. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Well, maybe not a lot. But I do think they're getting closer. As far as I can tell, I don't think this is a regular spot for them to head to. I didn't see any tracks around the area.
Tracks them?
Please, don't worry about it. Shh. Stay put.
We're talking about gophers.
Aye.
So yeah, I didn't see any gopher tracks in the area. But
Why are you talking about gophers?
They are very deadly, poisonous gophers.
Deadly,
they're very small.
Very small.
but deadly.
Only if you do not see them.
Not sure if they're going to head this way, but they are nocturnal.
It is why we are looking
Getting
for them.
dark.
We could lead these gophers towards our friends.
Ah.
Chance that has a possibility of working. Though with
I would like to see gophers fight a giant anyways.
Can I
just
hear this
saying.
conversation?
Can I? I
Nope.
want to get up and walk over to this conversation because I heard gophers, and I'm pretty sure we're not talking about gophers. So- okay.
Yeah, you upped your intelligence too recently, and you're a fairly intelligent person. You understand. I ain't talking about gophers.
You know what air quotes are.
Right. Gophers.
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 How big are these gophers?
Tiny.
Tiny.
So we're talking low risk.
Very low.
We'll probably be just
Are your
fine
hands okay?
exercising.
It is the way that we talk.
Yeah.
It is communication.
I like to swim and stretch. Swim and stretch. That's a motto of mine.
You can join us. You can join us. In fact, every time we say gophers, you just do these.
Yep. These fingers are very important.
Gophers.
You
Yes,
got it.
gophers.
You got it. Big guy.
That's what we were talking about.
Yep. Gophers.
Gophers.
We taught Flint something new.
Good.
He's going to be using it inappropriately all the time
Gophers.
now.
Yeah.
How many of them are there? Are these
Not
tiny
completely
creatures?
sure. Several.
Let's see.
Gophers do travel in groups.
Gophers.
Did I do it right? He said gophers. And
Yes. Yes. That's
Every
right.
time-
Sorry.
Yeah, Flint, you got it. That's right. Maybe you could practice that. Just, yep. Got it. You're at the ready. Okay, okay.
My plan is to lead these gophers possibly into our friends at the fort.
Aha. Okay. That's actually a
said-
pretty good plan.
We'll see them, but they won't.
Correct.
Yes, yes. Yes.
So dangerous and not.
Dangerous to them, not to us.
This hurts my head.
It's okay.
Maybe.
I don't.
If it helps, think of
Gophers
them.
now.
Think of these gophers like attack dogs. They can be. They're dangerous if you do not know them.
But they don't have, sharp teeth. They're just real. I mean, they're really not.
Yes, they are real.
They're real.
Real gophers.
Real gophers. Can we eat them?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could.
Okay, so how are we going to lead the gophers into the bad guys? Oh, no, actually, they are bad guys. I mean, bad guys.
Can we do this? Thank you. Do you have an idea? I just an idea. I don't know if we can lead these gophers properly or not.
We could probably lead them. I think the harder part would be convincing the gophers to attack. If they see that many, they are somewhat stupid gophers.
What is he doing? Is he drinking?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, he can just keep doing
that's
that.
good. Very good.
Gophers are at least a little bit stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they might just ignore them, but at the same time, if we can get the camp to notice the gophers, they might just think that's all that they heard earlier.
The gophers.
The gophers.
Yes.
Either way, the situation should be beneficial to us. Again, getting the gophers to attack them.
Yep.
That's the challenge.
Yep. Flint, keep practicing. Gophers. There you go. Good. Thank you. We need you to keep that going. Yes. It's for the group. All right.
Can I hit something?
Possibly.
We're working on that.
It might be better if Flint stays here.
I could always stay put.
No.
Flint,
Oh.
can you watch in case of gophers?
I don't think he can do it. I don't think he's up for it. I don't think he can do this task.
Flint, I have a very important, heroic task for you.
No, he's
okay?
clearly not up for it.
Shh. Dragon Lady,
This
calm
is
down.
beyond him.
Flint,
He's
I
not
want
strong
you
enough.
to
Mhm.
watch rocks.
He'll never be able to pull this off. This
I mean,
takes
Carrick. Watch Carrick.
Figurative
I forgot.
rocks, not literal rocks.
true courage to do this. I should be the one to do it.
Deception with advantage.
Me?
Yes. Receiving him straight out as a player.
21.
Oh,
Okay. Lass, I can do it. Want to fight? I'll prove it.
no.
That
If you say you're
go
up for it,
first.
go first.
Won't get here.
Good, Flint. Good. Just make sure to look out for gophers, and if you see them, kill them.
Or anything bigger than a gopher.
Also, make sure that Carrick is still breathing. Just put your head to his mouth every once in a while, just to make sure.
You can put your head on his mouth. Just rest it right on for a pillow.
No,
Just if you get tired, you could do that.
no, he's not.
Just rest
Don't
it.
do that.
Don't kill Carrick.
You could do it, Flint. You're okay.
Do not-
Don't smell it.
You could just sleep.
That would kill him. How stupid do you think I am?
Not stupid. Not stupid at all.
All right, Dragon Lady, you come
Yes.
with me.
I'll watch it.
Let us go.
Gopher hunting?
No, let us go herd some gophers.
We can herd some gophers.
It's too bad.
Yes.
Too punny. All right. So
Too funny.
I gesture for Zangulos to show us, where they were. But before we do, I'm like, where is Raven?
Raven's minding her own business. I didn't
You
hear
know
any of
where
this
she
conversation.
sat down, Zangulos. You know she's at the edge of the woods
Yeah,
where you first entered into it. So
she'll be fine. All right. Let's go. Go
So-
for herding.
Go for herding. Okay. So I follow Zangulos wherever he's going to take us towards the gophers.
Gophers.
all right. So taking Iski, are you following with them?
Yeah, I'm gonna come.
The three of you start walking westward. Raven, perception check.
15.
Sitting there and keeping an eye out, now you notice Zangulos isn't in the woods behind you. He was back over at the camp, and you can see Garrett, Iski, and Zangulos all heading away from the camp with Flint not in tow behind them. So you notice the three of them walking westward if you want to do anything.
I'm going to follow, and I will try to do so stealthily.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
12.
What are all of your passive perceptions?
Oh, Jesus. My passive perception is
I really need those. Your character sheets weren't loading today.
the
16.
sheets. 12.
Mine's 11.
Where do I find that?
It should be underneath your stats and skills. It says passive wisdom.
On the character sheet that I built for you, it is right dead center of the first page,
Is it?
where it says senses.
Oh, I see it. Yes, okay, 11.
Okay, so Iski, you
Thank
don't
you.
notice, but Garrett and Zangulos, you notice Raven trying to be stealthy behind you through the grasses, but not being extremely stealthy at the moment.
It's not a gopher.
Not the gopher.
And Raven, as you try to be sneaky behind them, two of you notice, and as you head towards the woods where the gophers may be residing, we are going to take a break here so that everyone can stretch their backs and get some more water as necessary, and the cast here can chat more, and you can all laugh about gophers. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. And we are back. Fix the cameras.
Back.
Back. Dice, Dungeons, and Dragons. I need to air quote everything I say now. It is like puppeting. Gophers.
Gophers. If that doesn't become a meme in the near future, then there's there's a problem. Gophers. Playing Star Citizen, and you don't want to let your crew know that that you're about to face certain danger. Don't worry, it's just Gophers.
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 Oh, that large object absorbing all, light, mass, and everything into it? No, it's just a space gopher.
Gopher.
That's it.
Space gopher. Space.
It's
Gopher
a gopher hole.
Yeah. Gopher hole. Gophers.
They're everywhere. Those gophers.
Ah.
Gotten a little darker outside. All right. So, you are now approaching the forest on the western side of the clearing. 4 of you. Angular, what are you doing?
I'm tracking the Gophers.
All right, roll me survival. No, sorry, perception. Perception.
Perception?
Yep.
18.
All right. You can hear it much more clearly now. They're approaching the edge of the forest area southward, almost to the very southern edge. A little bit to the west to keep themselves into the forest, but they seem to be heading in the direction of the clearing and the pond. You just consistently are hearing the
I tap Sangulus on the shoulder. Sangulus.
Yeah.
Is there a way? Do they hunt by sound, by sight? What do they do?
Are they like Tyrannosaurus Rex?
I think they're sleeping.
They're not sleeping.
They're moving. Unless they move and sleep.
Snore. Ugh.
That was not a snore. That was not a snore at all.
Say they just... they hunt
We
like-
haven't told her what the Gophers actually are, did we?
No, we haven't told her what the Gophers are.
What are you talking about? What the gophers are? The gopher is a gopher.
No. They are owl bears.
Yes.
Yeah. Gophers. Gophers.
Yeah. Gophers.
Yep. Gophers.
Yes.
Yeah. Flint's not here.
You can say owl bears.
Owl bears.
Yes, it's like a bear and an owl, but like an owl the size of a bear.
Not the size of a gopher.
No.
See.
Yeah.
So the growl probably not sleepy.
Yes, right. Yes.
Very dangerous.
Yes.
Owl bears, very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Owl bears. Okay, and what's the plan here for the
I'm
owl
going to-
bears?
Lead the owl bears towards the fort, so that they can cause trouble at the fort.
How are we gonna get out of the way of that?
That's my problem.
Yeah.
That's what I am saying. How do they hunt? If they hunt by
We
sound,
haven't figured that part out yet.
we could have
What do we
Zangulus
know
maybe
about
lead
them?
them.
We know that they're bears that are owls.
So maybe they eat meat.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have any meat? We
Zangulus,
could
you
put some meat.
having seen them can give a description. You know what they look like, which is they have the body of a bear. 4 claws, razor sharp claws on them. However, instead of fur, it's feathers across. It's sort of like thin, almost fur-like feathers up the legs, growing into more feathers down the back, and then for some of them almost like a shaggy mane around the head. However, they have a giant head of an owl, including owl eyes, and a large razor-sharp beak.
Eek.
Very sharp beak.
I see
Very
that.
sharp beak.
Big sharp and nasty teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want them catching us. Let's just put it that way.
Do we have any meat we could put on the end of an arrow and shoot the arrow? I
You
don't
are
know.
meat.
What did you
I'm
just
not
say?
anywhere close to you guys, but
They might hunt by
From
sound.
behind
so
you hear Raven's voice saying, "We are meat." Iski, you had
Raven.
no idea she was there. The others.
Yeah, we know you're there.
Raven, we knew you were there the entire time.
So stealthy.
no, you didn't.
So stealthy.
Sure,
You're
we
so dumb.
didn't.
You're making that up.
No, we didn't.
Did
We
you
really
not?
did not.
Did
No,
you
you
not
did.
hear? Did you not hear us say not a gopher?
Not a gopher.
Gophers?
We said not a gopher.
There's gophers out here?
She
Owls.
doesn't know about
Oh,
the
owlbears. Yeah,
Yes.
no, those guys.
We'll
yeah.
tell you about the gophers later when we talk to Flint about the gophers.
We told Flint they're gophers.
Oh. Alright, well, that seems wise.
No glory in killing a gopher. Now I heard of owlbears. Probably. So here's my plan. Is there a way that you can sneak up on them? Now that Raven's there, she might do this as well. And fire arrows into the woods towards
That's what I
the
just said.
camp.
That
Yeah,
was
yes,
my
but
idea.
you don't need the meat. You just need the sound. The sound will probably attract them more
Well,
than
we should start with the sound and then maybe with the follow up with the meat, so they really go that direction towards the smell of the meat once we get closer to
I
the.
do not think we have meat.
We have no meat.
No, we have rations, but I do not think they will go after rations.
They
No,
could. Maybe they
Probably
will.
not particularly.
No. Okay.
We could just make noise and have them follow us.
This is a great idea.
I mean, that would be the easiest.
Brilliant.
Historically speaking, we're great at making noise.
We are
really good idea.
fantastic at making noise.
Here's the problem, though.
Yeah.
These things are big. I assume they are faster than us.
Are they faster than a dragonborn at full speed?
Our dragonborn is pretty fast.
Super
So-
fast. Huh.
Possibly not. We don't know. I don't know. But I just assume big means usually large legs, being able to jump further, whatever. They're faster because they're bigger.
You think they're faster, or
They're-
maybe
They're probably
not as-
faster than your, a bear or a owl.
Because would it work if they're not as fast as me? Maybe they're not. I'm super fast. I can
You're
get
pretty
their
fast.
attention. I'm really, really fast. They can chase after me. I'll lead them to the fort. And then is there any way with the magic that's around, could you guys make me invisible as soon as I get there? And then maybe I could just tiptoe out.
Do you have any of you have an illusion magic?
And that way you guys just stay back here.
The person who can
I
do that is
can-
unconscious.
I can make an illusion, but I can't make anybody disappear.
Could you make an illusion of like some sort of helpless large animal that they would go after? So they would go in towards the.
illusion.
So still plan. I like this plan. Dragon Lady runs. They chase
Yeah.
after Dragon Lady,
Yes.
and then when you get towards the edge of the woods, we illusion something in front of in the clearing between the trees and the fort, so that they go towards the illusion.
But won't they still be chasing me?
Not if they see something that's easy and tasty.
The illusion I
Sure.
can make doesn't make sound.
Doesn't need to make sound.
It just needs to look tasty. I can light it up too if I need to with my light.
Can you?
I can make
Can you cast
anything.
it on an intangible thing?
I get to cast it anywhere.
Alright.
Well, you could cast the illusion on, say, a rock, over top of a rock, and then you cast your light on said rock, and then we're fine. either
Oh,
way.
yeah, that could work.
Yeah. Of course, the people in the fort are going to notice a glowing, hurt animal too, but
Yeah, that's fine.
we might
Yeah,
want
we
that.
want that, yeah. And then they can. How many?
This either happens. Either the fort actually kills the owl bears, and we have no problem with owl bears, or the owl bears destroy the fort, and we have no problem with fort. We win either way.
Though they're probably going to kill the owlbears. They've got a giant that's.
But the owl bears may do some damage. They could crash down the walls. They could probably cause some chaos. They make out a
Nothing else will
giant.
be a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more hoping that
We get to see numbers and see what
they
the
assume that the commotion yesterday was owlbears.
that too.
How many do we think there might be traveling together with the owlbears?
No idea.
Yeah, that's hard to tell.
So it could be 20, it could be 3.
Yes,
More
Probably
than one.
probably not 20, but
That's
Could
a
be a
big
few.
risk. Well, if you think it'll work, although
I don't have any better ideas.
typically when we come up with ideas, they don't turn out well.
There's always a time for a change. I think this is a good idea.
You think it's a good
And-
idea?
Well, I mean, Carrick's not involved, so there's a better chance already.
our
That's a good
chances
point.
are infinitely better.
That's a good
The only problem is that we need to get close. We need to be behind the owlbears as they are chasing Iski.
Ah, yes. Okay. So let's talk about that. What will you be doing while I'm getting chased by the owlbears?
We will follow after the owlbears. She will
Okay.
do Raven will do the illusion. I will do the light to make sure everyone sees. If there's any owlbears that goes after you instead of the illusion, then you take them back towards us, and we'll take care of the owlbears. Or we could lead them back to the camp, and then Flint will take care of the owlbears. Gophers.
Don't go first. Think that's a good idea. I think we should. Let's go with your original plan. I actually like this plan. I had a really great swim this afternoon. I got some rest in, so
Iski, you gave this plan. This is a good plan. You will be fine.
yeah, I feel like I'll be fine. I think that we could do this as long as you guys promise that if something starts to come after me, you're not going to fumble around and you're going to take care of it.
I will
No
take care of
getting
it.
sidetracked with shiny things or anything else that may or may not come up.
No promises.
See,
Raven, promise.
that's what I'm concerned about.
But
Promise.
situations might arise.
No. Promise.
Yeah, you have to promise, otherwise I'm not doing this.
I will promise you this. When we take the fort down and kill everyone inside, you have the first chance to go through and take whatever you want.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You can't do it for me.
Fine.
Do it for that.
Do it for the booty.
Do it for that. He's right. Okay.
Now, would it be better if we scouted ahead and then sent Iski back to the owlbears?
Yes.
Yes,
I think
yes,
that's
yes.
brilliant. We're
Raven-
getting so smart.
Yeah.
Raven and
Yes.
Zangilis, you do this. I am not very sneaky. Iski and I can stay here. You go find where they are. You come back and you tell Iski where to
Yes.
go, and then we will follow after.
Yes.
All right.
I like this idea.
Well, we'll head towards the fort just to make sure there's no patrols that could interrupt this whole plan just by being too close to what we're doing. All right. Break.
No, silent.
Good huddle. Good huddle.
All right, Zangulis, you know where the fort is. You haven't lost track of your direction marching through the forest. You know it took a wide path and circled around before you found this clearing, walking an hour or so. And it was a little slow going at points, but not too bad for the party. It was mostly because of circling. So it's almost a mile from your clearing northwest through the woods. Northwest.
Okay.
You're leading them through doing the scouting, so roll me a couple of perceptions. Okay.
Have we been in the forest at least an hour?
Yeah,
Oh.
at this point.
Okay. 25.
All right. And one more.
Also 25.
The whole way through, you're keeping track, and you find yourself coming up to the edge of the clearing now. In doing so, don't notice any patrols leading up to it. However, when you finally start to get to the edge of the clearing, instead of patrols of 3 now, You notice a group moving, and you keep yourself a ways back. You know where that edge is, but you're able to see through. Now you notice they're moving in patrols of 6.
How far apart are they, or can I tell?
You got to the edge and you notice a patrol moving past, stopping every so often to check into the woods, shining lanterns. But you're out of range of the lantern light. You're able to just see through the edge of the trees. And just getting there, unless you wait some time, you only notice the one. You can't see across the clearing, keeping out of range and being able to still, maintain some form of cover so they don't notice you.
Okay. I guess I just want to wait a moment just to make sure that the next patrol isn't super close, so that there is at least a gap we could take this plan into action.
Okay.
If the patrols are super close, then no matter what, they're probably going to see Iski. But if they're far enough spread apart, then we might have a gap where she could run out and then run back in.
You sit there waiting. 5 minutes, nothing. 6, nothing. 10 minutes go by, and another patrol shows up. It appears that another one reached your spot after about 10 minutes. So they're taking the time to be thorough as they check the area, and they seem to be circling. You have no idea how many more there might be, or if the timing's going to change at all for any of the next ones, but at least between the first one you were there for and this one, 10-minute gap.
I think I'll wait for one more patrol.
Right? Is everyone else just there waiting with him?
No, he's.
Oh, he scouted alone. That's right.
Yeah.
And then he's going to come back and find the owlbears, and then come back and get us so that we can get the owlbears to move towards
Waiting there for another 10 minutes, and almost on the dot, 10 minutes goes by and another patrol hits. They seem to be on a very specific pattern of how they're checking this area, and they seem to be circling through. You know by how large the clearing is, that's at least 3 full patrol groups, and if it keeps up with the 10 minutes, there's 5 groups of 6 that are out patrolling.
Okay, I'll wait about 2 minutes.
More than you thought were there before when you were first at that fort.
I'll wait about 2 minutes just to make sure that they're well on their way, and then I'll head back.
All right. Waiting a couple of minutes, knowing that they're further away, you head back into the woods, find your way back, and it takes you, knowing the path now and knowing a direct line, you're able to get there in about 20-25 minutes. You don't need to be overly cautious, but it still takes a good chunk of time. While he is gone, and in this almost hour that has passed, the 3 of you, Garrett, Iski, Raven, notice that sound now very clearly getting pretty loud at the edge of the forest.
How does that sound like?
And it's
So it's getting closer to us.
It's moving through the forest edge and getting closer to you, and it's getting decently loud.
Where the fuck is Angelus? All right, if Angelus does not show up, we just stick with the plan. If we see them, you, Iski, you run.
Do you think Zengulus is okay?
He's fine.
What if he's
Angelus.
dead?
If he's dead, then it doesn't matter what we do.
What if they got him though?
Then the owlbears will help.
What if the owlbears got him? What if there's more owlbears up there?
There wouldn't be any. The owlbears are over there. All right, I'm gonna do my best to try to be stealthy and try to blend in, like cover behind a tree or something like that, and say, "For now, let us try to stay low."
I will hide.
All right. Stealth checks.
Stealthy.
16.
Oh, that's pretty good for you.
No, it's fine for me. I rolled an 18, and it's like oh no, it's a disadvantage, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're
Instead of negative.
21.
12.
19.
Okay.
I'm
Wow,
super
Iski was
stealthy.
actually stealthy this time.
Yeah.
You see, Iski seems to have been learning from before and actually manages to duck into some brush by a tree, finds her way down in and hides behind it. Garrett, you make some noise while you're hiding, but get yourself small behind a tree. There's a little bit of clattering going on. Raven just poof, vanish, as she tends to do. You hear the getting closer and closer, but it doesn't seem to be hurried in your direction. As far as you can tell, you're hidden.
Sounds like it's just passing by. They're passing closer to us. Is that it is? Is that's generally our interpretation?
As far as you can ascertain, they're just close. Not visible at this point, unless you try to go looking for that sound, but just passively. Not visible.
I'm trying to find them.
But they're somewhat close.
Wait, what time of day is this?
Now it's going into night. It was evening that you started, and it's getting to be that purple sky. That sort of darker color sky. The sun's now down to the west, as the colors have left the sky and gone to night.
Do we know if the owl bears are more active at night?
Probably. They're owls who are bears.
Maybe they're hungrier at night too.
Owls hunt at night. It makes sense.
This is probably a good time to do this then.
Yes. Now where the fuck is Angelus?
He might be dead.
We'll wait a couple. How long has it been since Angelus is gone?
In the time it took for them to walk through the woods slowly, it's been about 45 minutes to 50 minutes since Angelus left.
I could go ahead really quietly.
Let's wait.
Really stealthy.
Let's wait about
him.
That's about 15 minutes, okay? If we need anybody, we can wait for Raven. Raven can go find him. Because Raven, I don't even know what Raven is right now.
But I'm really stealthy today.
You are not stealthy. Besides, we need you here in case the owlbears come. They can chase you.
Okay, I don't want you upset. Okay.
I'm not upset.
Don't yell. You need to be quiet.
Gophers.
They make me hungry when we talk about them. I get really hungry. I bet I could catch one and eat it.
Shh.
But I would share.
Stop talking. The owlbears can hear you.
I'm gonna sneak up on Iski and try to, and just put my mouth over her muzzle. Or put my hand over her.
Put your mouth over her muzzle, eh?
No.
I'm going to hurt you.
Garrett approves of this action.
Can I bite
I'm just gonna try to clamp her mouth shut.
And then I'm going to grab your arm. Like that. And toss you. What are you doing?
Shut up.
Oh, shut up. I'm the one who's about to die. I can say whatever I want.
Both of you roll me athletics.
Oh no.
Nat 20.
Oh,
I rolled a 12.
doesn't matter.
12, yeah.
In stealth, you start this conversation, but Raven gets up behind you and start to protest. You notice her at the last second. However, her hand just from behind you reaches up, grabs you right by the front of your mouth. You whip your head around. You try to open and bite her. But somehow, this little half-elf has you pinned to the ground in the brush and your mouth held shut. You snorting out your nose, trying to get free, but she's got you in an MMA style lock, and also wrestling a gator and holding its mouth perfectly closed at the same time.
Raven, gator wrestler.
We don't know what she did before this.
Maybe this was my pastime. You don't know.
I fully expect there to be a story about how Raven managed to tackle a dragon all by herself and keep its muzzle shut.
My real last name is Irvin.
Irwin, yeah.
Just don't let her go into the ocean.
Oh,
God.
Aww.
I have the sads now.
All right, so Iski, you're pinned to the ground. Are you going to settle down, or are you going to fight back?
I'm gonna stop moving.
Don't make me cast sleep on you.
She thinks I'm settled now.
Raven, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna, knowing Iski, I'm gonna hold on to her until Zangulus comes back. She is tenacious.
A
To say
couple
the
more
least.
minutes pass by, and Zangulus, at this point, you would be arriving back to where the
Okay.
group is. You notice where Garrett is pretty quickly. You don't notice where Iski or Raven are, but you hear a very deep sort of coming from one of the bushes.
I will go up to Garrett then. Sneak up to Garrett.
It's a gopher.
What the heck is going on?
Jesus! Sayuna, forgive me. What? Stop doing that! Iski was talking, so I think Raven shut her up.
All
All I
right.
know is there was some struggling in the grass, and I do not know what is going on. I'd like to imagine what is going on, but I do not know what is going on.
Well, I counted 3 patrols. They pass by about every 10 minutes, so I'm, by the sense of things, they probably have a total of 5 patrols, 6 people each, on very, very strict schedules. So that doesn't give us a big window, but it is at least a window,
Do you have the timing down?
roughly.
Well, the owl bears are here.
I heard them.
Yes. So could you find out where they are, and so we can send, figure out when we should send Iski?
Oh yeah, finding the owlbears isn't a problem. It's making sure we have this timing. But I guess even if we don't, owlbears rushing into the camp are gonna probably be more important than anything else.
Exactly. At the very least, we could run the owl bears into one of these patrols.
Yeah. But the patrols are split up enough that they have a difficult time helping each other right away. So, if we're all ready.
I'm still holding Iski.
I'm ready. You have to make sure that Iski and Raven are ready. Do you see them?
I'm going to look around for them. I mean, I can hear one of them.
You hear the breathing. You have a general idea where they are. You just don't see them.
Okay.
Like brush covering in that area, but you think you know where they are.
Alright, well, if the owlbears are close, which I'm pretty sure they are, we should do it now.
Yes. Good. He
Sounds like Eski's ready.
go find out where the owl bears are, so Iski can run towards them.
I'm going, yeah, I will be sensing then where the owlbears are.
Can you sense them?
I know that since we've been here for more than an hour, I can track them, I can learn their exact numbers, how long ago they've passed.
Ranger abilities.
Yeah, so
Ranger hacks.
All right, using your abilities to sense them, you know that there is a flock of 7 owl bears.
There's a lot.
That's a lot.
They seem to be skirting around the edge of the forest, almost checking it. Knowing how they work, they're being cautious. It's like they noticed something here that wasn't normally in this area. But knowing what you know about them, they very likely have frequented this fresh water before.
So they're scouting us, not the other group.
They're scouting the clearing.
Oh, okay.
That we were
Because
in.
this
Yeah.
appears to be like it was one of their regular clearings. Thinking about it with the rainwater, that's probably why you missed tracks from before. But now actually tracking their movements, you realize this is probably a general ground where they go to drink. This is an area that they frequent, and they noticed something was different. And because they try to stick to themselves unless they're hunting, and they avoid people because humanoids tend to kill them for numerous reasons, animals stay away. So somehow they sense humanoids in the area, and they seem to be being very cautious and checking the area out first. Right now, they are not but 150 feet into the forest, almost due west of you. So they're kind of close to the edge, and they're sort of, as they circle around, moving closer and pathing back, a little bit closer, a little bit closer.
I think now would be the time to go.
All right. Raven? Yuski? Which direction are they going? Are they, Zengulus?
Right now they seem to be looping around, coming back towards us. So Whiskey should be able to just run past them.
Raven? I think it's time to let Iski go. Iski, make a lot of noise.
Alright, I'll let Iski go. I'm just gonna push away from her and say, sick him!
I'm going to shoot back. You don't know what you just started.
Iski, not now. You can do it later. Just go crazy.
Oh, I will do it later. What did you want me to do now?
Be loud. Be crazy. Try to get the attention of the owlbears. Move which direction?
Ah!
Yes.
Ah!
No more. Louder.
Go that way? You want me to go that way? Which
Which
way?
direction? Which direction?
That way? I'm gonna run. I'm going. So I
That
need to
way.
use my fast running.
That way.
Keep being loud.
Woo!
So, Zangulus, you point her in the general direction, and she just bolts.
I feel like we should save so we can
All right,
reload if this goes
Are you
badly.
going your absolute
This would be a save
fastest?
point if this was a game. Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
pretty fast. Not absolute fastest. I'm gonna wait until they get closer.
She's not.
for
I don't
absolute
think she's
fast.
burning her.
Okay, so
key
you're
points. She's
doing your
moving.
80 feet run.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, 80
You're
feet,
not
yeah.
burning your key yet. All right, you take off into the forest, yelling, and all of a sudden, the rest of you now hear, and it's now it goes out as a cry, almost from multiple sources.
Oh, shit. You
Is
guys
he-
better know!
You hear it. It's loud. You look over your shoulder, and you see an entire pack or flock of owl bears. And they start charging at you.
At her?
Bad idea! Bad idea!
Yep. Iski, I need you to roll me initiative. They're 70 feet away.
I rolled a 19.
All right.
A 19 plus your initiative bonus, which is I think your Dex bonus or Wisdom
I
bonus.
think it's. Which
Initiative
one
is Dex. Plus any feets that you have.
So,
Anyone know how fast air barrels run?
21.
Okay.
Yeah, how fast is it?
21.
You're about to find out.
We're about to find out.
You
We have no
will
idea.
keep quiet. You will keep quiet over there.
All right, the rest of you roll me initiative too, just in case you decide to try and keep up.
I'm 17.
17, okay.
21.
All right, Raven, you're up here. What's your dexterity, Raven?
My dex is 16.
Iski, what's your dex again?
My dex is... do you want the big number or the modifier?
The big number.
Oh, 14.
Okay, Raven's up before you then. That's how I figure out a tie, whoever has the higher dex.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 14.
Zangulis, you're a 14. And what were you again, Garrett?
17.
All right, got it. Raven, you're up first. Doing anything, or are you staying back at the
Nope.
trees?
I'm just watching.
You
All right.
son of a...
Iski, you're 70 feet ahead of them now into the woods, heading in the direction that you just generally got pointed by Zangulis.
Mm-hmm.
You have a general idea where to go. However, behind you now, you hear the as you see a large owl head, huge eyes, giant beak, full bear-sized body, almost dire bear-sized, and large paws with claws on them, charging at you. This thing comes charging through the woods now. 20 feet. 40
Step on
feet.
the wind! Step
60
on the wind!
Too late, your turn ended.
Oh no.
No!
80
Wait, her
feet.
turn ended?
She went full movement. 80.
But then it was her turn in the initiative.
Owl bears are before Iski.
Oh,
jeez.
They tied up with... This one's fast.
okay.
There was a three-way tie in there, which is why I asked for dex scores.
Uh,
I tracked it, don't worry. So it went Raven, Owl Bears, Iski. The Owl Bears get to go in between the two of them. Sounds sturdy. So, you see it come charging in 60 feet, 70 feet, and it slams itself full into you, or attempts to at least. What's your armor class?
I am...
Should be
Just a second.
13.
I think that's right. Why don't I know where that is on this sheet? Hold on a second. Just a second. Oh, this is anticlimactic. It's just about to hit me. That's not on that sheet. Just a second. 13, yeah.
That's gonna hit you.
No!
As this thing
No.
slams into you, full body charging, doing 9 damage as it hits you. The rest of you can see them now moving. You see the other 6. They seem slightly smaller than this one. This appears to be the leader of the group and is big and moved way faster than you thought they moved.
Now it's time for Step of the Wind.
So 9, and I also need you to roll me a dex save.
Me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh. I rolled an 8.
Plus your dexterity bonus, which should be 2.
2, which, so that's 10.
Yeah.
Dex save is 10? It's a saving.
Oh, it's a saving throw. So your
Oh,
saving throw is
okay,
actually
plus
includes your
5.
proficiency bonus, so it's plus
13.
yeah, 13.
You just made it.
Oh.
Feel yourself stumble as you get hit by this large creature. You roll backwards, spraining your shoulder just a little bit on the roll, but you manage to get back up to your feet and not be knocked to the ground prone.
Good thing.
It puts its paws down there, kind of starts scraping the ground, looks at you. Iski, your turn.
Okay, wait, 1 second. Do I still have things behind me?
Behind you now is open woods in the direction you were supposed to be running. This thing you sort of spun to take the impact a little bit. So behind you is open. In front of you is this creature. It's right up on you. And then there's 6 other further back in the woods that haven't moved forward yet.
6 other a little bit behind me that haven't moved forward. They're waiting for this guy to make a move.
This one made its move. It's on you.
They're all chasing you.
Yep.
And the other 6, they haven't gone yet. So this one moved different in the initiative order.
Okay, I'm going to make
But
eye
they look like
contact
they're
with
getting
it.
ready. Okay.
And I'm going to square off like I'm going to fight it. But what I'm really going to do now is I'm going to activate the, Step of the Wind?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to dash out of there.
The Step of the Wind means that she can't be attacked? Is that one of the ability? Okay.
No.
So you will be able to...
Run!
So you feel the energy flowing through your body, and you square off like you're ready to fight. Turn around and book it as fast as you possibly can. The rest of you just see a trail of leaves kick up into the air as Iski turns into a blur, arms behind her, nose down. However, as you turn to run,
Oh, God.
it snaps its beak forward, missing you by a hair with that natural
Missed it
speed
by
of the monk.
that much.
Gone 120 feet into the woods.
You can use that. Is that like a time thing where she can use it like multiple times? I know it's a key issue.
She
Or
can
does it
do it
last
every
for a
turn
while?
until she's out of points. It's
Okay.
1 round, so it's an
Okay.
extra like burst of speed for a key point, and she'll eventually run out. But like really high level monks can do it for fucking ever. They can just keep using key, especially because they get an ability that when they run out of key, they recharge 4, so they can just run at that speed forever and ever.
Oh,
at,
jeez.
top level. if they need to
I know
get
what
somewhere
Iski's
fast, they
probably
can
gonna
just
do.
run. They're insane. But
With our group,
yeah,
dynamic.
Garrett, it's you're up next on the order.
So I can see these owlbears running towards.
You see the one that just charged her, smashed her into the ground, saw Iski stand up, turn, and then book as it lashed out.
I'm going to delay my action until all of the owlbears are moving towards her. So the second the last owlbear is moved, and it has moved obviously towards her, I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm just going to wait. Just going to wait entirely. Just skip my turn, and so that way I don't accidentally piss off the tail the one on the tail. Because
Now we're thinking.
With that, you see them kind of pawing at the ground a little bit. You decide to hold back and slink behind a tree, keeping yourself there, keeping it out of the situation. And as you wait, all of a sudden the other 6 start moving forward and just bounding. They're actually a little bit ahead of the larger one at this point now. 6 of them pushing their way through the woods. 80 feet. Not as fast as Iski at full-blown speed, but they are fast. They're keeping pretty good pace. So Iski, you can see 6 of them behind you giving full-on chase right now.
Zangular, how far is it from the fort?
Hopefully not too far.
A mile?
How far is it?
A mile.
A mile?
Reload.
Don't worry, I have ways to handle chase scenes.
Best laid plans.
I was gonna say it's 5,000
Told you it was a
plus
mile.
feet.
Yes.
All right.
I said mile.
I wouldn't have done this if I'd known it was a mile. I would have waited a little bit, but it's all right.
How many are there?
7.
7.
Are they all adults?
We don't know. One's bigger than the other ones.
Yeah.
One's bigger. You don't know owl bears at all. You just know that one of them's bigger.
Well,
Zangulus, what are you doing?
okay.
I am going to start chasing after them.
Okay. Are you just doing a full dash
Well,
behind him?
yeah,
or
that's
you
what I was trying to read. I don't know if I can keep moving stealthily, though, if I move at a full pace. That's the only thing.
Not at full, like, running. You can
Yeah.
move stealthily walking, but if you're running, you're not going to be stealthy anymore.
But I will run after them, even though they're way faster than me, as stealthily as I can.
So, 30 feet, roll me a stealth check.
Alright.
Rangers, you and your forests and favored terrains.
Well, that was terrible. 10.
Okay. You move 30 feet up behind them, now seeing them charge after Iski. You don't notice any of them look back towards you as you move through. You make some noise while you're doing it, but they seem to be pretty focused on whatever this, to them, whatever this creature was, but the Dragonborn Iski making all this loud noise and charging out in front of them, now giving them something to chase. To be prey.
I'll do my second movement then at full speed without even bothering to try to be stealthy.
You already tried to be stealthy. You can't
okay.
dash also. The stealth was sort of the action of that.
Okay.
You get the double
Sure.
action with it.
It's fine.
Raven, that comes to you.
At this point, how far away are they from me?
From you,
Yeah.
they are 80 feet that way, 70 feet for the big one. The big one's about 10 feet behind. The other one's charged past it after Iski took off.
I'm going to run after them.
Full speed or like Zangulus did?
Full speed.
All
60
right.
feet.
60 feet. You manage to dart your way up through, get yourself behind a tree, and they are dead focused. You make a lot of noise doing this, just rushing up behind them, but they are just laser focused on the direction Iski went.
Okay.
Seems that noise doesn't affect them as much as it got their attention, but the movement really is what's keeping their attention.
All right.
The larger one now, it pulls its head back into the air, and it takes off. Iski, you see it coming up behind you. Now it's 20 feet behind you.
Jesus.
Moved 120, and this thing is right on your ass.
Good lord.
100 feet of movement for the big one.
Good lord.
That's crazy.
Well, this is true Minotaurist faction.
What are you saying?
Oh, nothing.
Someone's
Just,
gonna get really hurt.
no one should be surprised by this outcome.
I
Is it
have
my
random
turn?
creature sheets. You didn't run into a good one.
It's okay. Just keep running. If you can only move 100 feet, you can still move
But the
step of the
thing
wind
is, if
120
I get
feet.
farther ahead than you guys, and then I get caught way, way far ahead, I'm screwed. I'm not going to be able to defend all of them.
Climb a tree.
Climb a tree. Climb a tree.
With the,
Just climb a tree.
It doesn't.
you can also.
They can
Here's the
fly.
thing. Let's do the math. If you can move 120 feet per burst, you have like what 4 or 5 of these,
Mm-hmm.
and it can only move 100 feet. You're still gaining 20 feet every time you do it. So over time, you will get 100, 200 feet away. Plus, if you move your regular speed, he can catch up. But at that point, he has to still make up several different like a whole turn of movement while he's running. So if you are really in trouble, you can always get ahead and then hide if you need to.
Right. But then how far can you guys all run at a time?
70 total for me.
I'm 50, and Raven's 60.
Right. So if I get too far ahead and I run out of these, I'm in trouble.
You just need to to get close enough to the fort so that the fort starts paying attention to them. They're gonna pay attention to owlbears more than you,
or so that they pay attention to the fort.
Yeah, because they'll see
give a
movement
10
or
count.
noise.
All right, I'll go ahead and swiftly keep running. Woo-hoo!
All right, Iski.
Another step of the wind. Is that what you're doing? Yeah.
Yes.
Iski, now you're starting to dart through trees, keeping yourself ahead. Step of the wind. We're going to speed this up into a chase sequence now. This is going to be a save-based situation. So the rest of you, are you going to attempt to keep up with the owlbears that are chasing her?
I will
speed.
keep up at full speed, yeah.
Yeah, I'm moving full speed. I'm going to be the lagging behind it, but I'm going to at least try to keep up with one of the other guys ahead of me. So
Yeah,
keep it
same.
inside.
All right, Iski, I need you to roll me a dex saving throw.
Oh, I can't even. We're not even. I
Is it a
rolled
one?
a 2. I rolled a 2.
So let's see.
2 plus 2,
No, it's dex saving throw, so it's 5. So 2
5,
plus 5.
so 7.
All right, as you're tearing through the woods, you've been tearing through now for a good 2-3 minutes as this thing is chasing after you. You see a gap starting to get between you and it as you're pushing your body harder and harder now, starting to burn your energy a little bit. However, at this point, you're moving so fast as you check over your shoulder, one of your feet catches a root and you just go end over end over end at full speed, tearing across branches, hard ground, and skidding to a halt on your stomach and face. In doing so, you take
All you had to do was not trip.
5 points of damage.
You had one job.
How much? 5?
5 points of
5.
damage. She's running really fucking fast. It's like,
Yeah.
it's basically like falling out of a car at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, she road rashed.
Hmm.
Now, Iski, you find yourself skidding to a halt on the ground, a little bit hurt, as the now large owlbear comes charging up behind you, gaining ground, and is only a short distance away. The rest of you, I want dex saving throws as you're chasing up behind. Let's see how they're doing.
11.
20.
Nice.
Jesus.
I'm a nimble halfling.
Also 20.
And advantage for you because you're in the forest.
Yes, I did that.
Okay, wait. Let me double check, because actually one of my feats, being a halfling, is nimbleness. Let me see what it is.
Think you can get better
Halfling
than
nimbleness.
20?
I can move through any space. Oh, it's moved through any space. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's through space. However, the way we're doing this, Raven, you find yourself actually starting to lag behind. You're catching on tree branches, bits of bramble. It's pulling at you. It's not completely slowing you down, and you haven't tripped up, but you're getting slowed down a little bit. Though the tiny size of the halfling Garrett and Zangulus, you knowing the woods and seeing him there, you're dragging each other through, slipping through the different sections of tree branches. It's night, it's dark, it's hard to see for you, Garrett, especially, but Zangulus there leading the way. You're following the trail where he cuts through, ducking underneath and moving through. You're able to actually keep a pretty decent pace as you follow the rest of the pack of owlbears. You can further off into the woods see generally where the large one is as it crashes through. There is absolutely no stealth with this. These things are just smashing in, knocking over smaller trees. They are on a tear after her. They want.
This
She
is
is
such a
chew
good idea.
toy, and they want to toss her into the air and just rip her apart.
Maybe
Right,
we
so
should have gotten.
They went. Iski, I need you to quick roll me an acrobatics.
Should be all right. Should be. Operative term.
Yeah.
10.
Plus your
You
bonus.
just roll yourself backwards out of the way and up to your feet as the large one comes swiping down with a claw on you now. It having caught up, you skidding to a halt slowed you enough that it had time to catch up to you. You're just out of the way though, and you're able to take off again, pushing your body and burning more of that internal energy. I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Big man. I rolled a 9 plus. Is it saving throw?
Yes.
It's a saving throw.
12 total.
All right, you feel the energy starting to burn, but you're able to push your body a little bit harder and take off again, running through the forest as the large one stomps to the ground again and takes off running after you. However, it catches its feathers against some of the branches, slowing it up a little bit.
Thank God.
It starts tearing again after you. The rest of the owlbears giving chase.
Iski is literally.
They're
Sonic
getting
at this point.
themselves. She's going ninja. She's basically like kicking off of trees
I have
to
become
change
one
direction.
with the woods.
Her arms behind her. She's at a full ninja run. You just, if anyone from the outside basically just sees as she kicks off trees and just takes off down pathways in the woods to change direction.
See, so for those watching at home, that's not cuts in budget. We're not cutting the budget to see just the streaks. It's anything like that.
It's because
How fast
your
she's
eye
going.
can't track
It's
it.
that
Track
fast.
it. Yeah, it's not budget cuts. Totally, swear.
That should be an easy art entry, don't you think?
Just lines through trees.
Yeah.
Somebody out there should be able to enter that.
Just
Three of
draw
you,
some
roll
trees.
me dexterity saving throws as you're tearing through the woods after the rest of the pack of owlbears. You notice they're starting to slow up a little bit, though. They're getting caught on things. They're not
14?
keeping up with the larger one. 14?
Not one.
16.
All right. Garrett, you and Zangulus, you're moving through the forest, no issues. You're moving through the branches, and you're able to keep a bead on generally where Iski is, but she is taking off. Again, you saw her take the spill, get back up, a little bit of, blood down the front from the rash, turns around and just takes off again, just a blur. Tracking her is nearly impossible, and you guys are used to the fast fight. Not used to it at that speed though yet. Raven, as you run up behind him, trying to keep up now, move yourself through the brambles. You hear something over your shoulder. You think you hear another owlbear. Turn and look, and it turns out it was just something scampering up a tree. And as you look back, a branch catches you right across the neck and just right onto your back. Just wind completely knocked out of you. Only 1 point of damage though.
All right, guys, have fun. I'll be here for the rest of the night.
Except that was more of a instead of,
Did you hear something?
words.
I think I heard a raven.
That was pretty good.
I'm so joking. There's somewhere.
So many disadvantages. I know.
No, that one was actually really good.
Been an advantage.
There's only one problem to this raven.
I'm going
part
to
of
take
the plan.
away some of your disadvantages that you've earned because you've got a pile of them.
A pun pile.
Pun pile.
He's so punny. So very punny.
You should be
All right,
saving your
Raven's
breath.
off her feet. Iski, it's you. Give me another dex saving throw.
Don't roll a 2. No.
Roll a 2.
I rolled a 1.
No.
I
Oh
did.
no.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Shit. The dice are not on my side today.
I guess you're having a
Shit.
day of bad rolls.
Who
Yeah,
gives
disadvantage
disadvantage to the
myself.
DM?
Yeah.
It's the show title. I'm allowed to use it.
It's okay. Just keep going.
As you
You're
kick
fine.
off of one of the trees, Iski, you find that this one happened to have a issue with rot. Your foot sinks into it, whips you around, and spins you to the ground as your leg gets pulled now.
This
As you
gonna be
slam
good.
into another tree in the ground, you feel your shoulder almost dislocate,
Oh.
and your knee is now pulled and hyperextended. Take 7 points of damage as your body gets yanked and pulled at those speeds. You also have disadvantage now on dexterity saves.
Oh, girl, you're not in good shape.
How far is she from the forest, from the edge?
We got a problem.
At the speeds
situation
you
up
guys
here?
are moving and with everything happening, these aren't 120-foot movements sections. You are 2.
We need to go get Flint.
You are 2 more roll sets away from reaching
Okay.
that edge.
Okay.
So you are a ways away from Flint now.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
we-
close to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're close to them.
Then
You
We just need to keep
somehow-
pushing it.
2 more
We need to keep
turns.
pushing it.
Pushing it then.
get
Okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
Zangulus, you know that. You know the distances here.
We're almost
It's-
there.
It's taking Iski a little bit of time because you kind of pointed in a general direction and was like, that way? She's trying to weave through trees, though, which is why you have to do all this stuff. The other one, as it comes charging up behind you,
Please
Please tell me you rolled a 1. Please tell me you rolled a 1.
tell me.
God damn it.
No!
Iski's dead. Rip Iski.
it smashes over a tree coming up next to you, just clawing out the sections of that rotted tree as you're laying prone on the ground. Stomps its paws over you now. But using its full
The hell?
movement to get there, natural 20. So 1 attack of
Oh. That was really weird.
I just heard them say what the hell and then they disappeared.
Everybody but you and I.
Yeah.
That was so
Technical
weird.
difficulties, folks. Technical difficulties.
Why would we be the only ones that stayed? So weird.
Apologies,
You guys get
everyone.
kicked out too?
Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties, everybody. So, back to the moment right... That's a cliffhanger moment. The thing's over her with a claw coming down, and it just cuts out there. Damn. As it brings... Your AC's 13, right?
Yeah, her AC
Yeah.
is 13.
Yeah.
It brings its claw down, but you roll yourself, hurting just out of the way at the last second. It digs up an entire swath of ground from underneath you, but it is now standing over you, looking rather ravenous. saliva starting to drip across the bottom of its beak.
I'm gonna breath weapon.
And it is your turn. No, you did that. That's that thing. I have to roll for the rest of them. Make sure that, okay, they're moving fine. Okay. Those of you following behind the rest of the owlbears notice one of them stumble and fall to the ground, skidding forward as one of them charges off faster than the rest, getting a burst of speed behind it, and the other four maintaining their pace. So one of them skidded to halt. If you continue running at your speed, you're going to catch right up to it. What are you going to do? The three of you. I'm sorry, the two of you. Raven, you're on the ground with the wind knocked out of you. They're way up ahead if you...
I'm going
like
to try to
halfway
give it
between spots.
a wider berth. I'm not gonna like if it's back there, I'm just gonna like move as I'm moving off to like beside it, so it's not so it's not to be as obvious. I'm moving really much slower compared to everybody else anyways, so because I'm...
Oh no, you're keeping pace. This whole thing is
Okay.
similar action. You're helping each other, dragging each other through the woods to keep pace. Also, for rule of cool. So
I'm still going. Fuck it. I'm just gonna keep going.
you're just gonna keep going?
I'm not gonna run past it, but
No.
I will run around it. Yeah.
I'm running. I'm not gonna run like right next to him and be like, "Peace, bitch!" But I'm like running.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
side.
Up and
You know.
around?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Roll me dex saves.
Oh,
1.
14.
All right, 14. Zangulus, you
1.
start to make it around it. However, you see
That's
it
what you can do.
as it gets up off the ground, turn its head and notice you. As Garrett, you run trying to find a path and chase after Zangulus. You get caught up in some underbrush, come out the other side, and run smack into the back of this thing.
How did you do
Oh
that?
Jesus! Great.
It's a 1. Ones mean bad things.
Not for like
Zangulus,
one.
you see Garrett just crash right into the back of this owlbear as you turn back and it looks at you, and then it kind of twists its head around in a very odd way for a bear-like creature. It's almost tilting it upwards and back as it looks almost down its own back in a very creepy kind of way.
Do I have an action?
We'll get to that next turn. So, all right, because of the initiative orders with Raven getting... Raven, what are you doing? Because you're separated from the group.
I stand up. And I'm gonna try to catch up, or at least run in that direction.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw as you try and dart through the woods.
10.
You are able to get through the different branches and things and start catching up. You notice now, further ahead, another full set of movement for you at the full out running that you guys are doing through the forest. You can see an owlbear that's just gotten up there, and see Garrett right behind it. You don't see Zangulus, though, who had ducked off to the side. All right, now it goes to Iski.
Breath weapon.
Oh,
I'm gonna freeze this monster.
I guess technically she breath weapon and run.
But I got a busted leg.
well, breath weapon takes an action, so she could run, just not full out.
Oh, so I could still run. So can I get up, run, and then turn around and breath weapon?
You can sort of do it all at once. Yeah, well, I'll say yes.
You just can't go very far.
Yeah,
As
what's the
far.
range on your breath?
15 feet. So she's sort of doing it as she takes off. She's gonna spray breath over her shoulder.
Yep.
Got it. Let's see. Oop. Roll me damage for your breath weapon.
Or attack.
17.
She has to hit it.
I rolled a 17.
No, it's a cone.
Me?
You don't roll the hit with your breath weapon. It's a cone. It just sprays at stuff.
Oh, I thought you said to roll something.
Yeah, damage.
Roll the damage.
Roll the damage that it would do. I think. Yeah, I can't remember if it's 2 or 3d6 now.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to explain. Do I need to use a different dice than the 20-sided?
Yes. Your whatever the damage dice you do with your breath weapons, like a D6 or something like that, you need to roll. Grakees says you roll the damage.
I understand.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
can't remember how much damage it does. How many D6?
2d6.
Okay. Yeah. So roll
I'm on it.
2d6 worth of damage.
Thank you, guys. A 3 and a 5.
8 damage. All right.
8. Is there any bonuses that you should get to it, like your Constitution or Wisdom or something like that?
That's in the DC on it. The Constitution adds the DC, so to see if it gets resisted.
Oh, okay. So it works differently. It works kind of like a spell, whereas before it was kind of just like an attack. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Now,
I'm using. I'm thinking. Remember 4th edition rules where it's like if you do it, it's an attack.
Spells
plus your
now.
Constitution.
Yeah, but spells now don't do additional damage anymore. So if it works like a spell, it just does flat damage, and the DC is for halving, and that goes up with their Constitution. Anyway, I need you to make me a Dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
So roll your D20 twice.
Okay. I rolled a 16.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled a 17.
So your lower dice
So the
Plus
16.
plus your 5, so
Pretty
it's
good.
21.
Yeah.
Look at you mathing today. This is pretty good.
And then I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. No, I don't want to tell you.
Is it a 1?
That's a 2. It's a 2. I rolled a 2. Plus 3.
Better than a 1.
So 5?
Sure.
Okay. As you push your body further now, you start to feel the damage accruing, and it's now actually causing you physical damage and pain. As you get up and spray breath over your shoulder to run away as this thing loomed over you, it snaps its beak down again, doing 8 points of damage, catching you across your back as you spray it back in the face, releasing yourself from its beak. However, as you push your body into a full-speed run again, you can start to see the general clearing. The light is changing. It's not as dark in the forest anymore. And pushing your body, you take another point of damage. So that's 10 points more on Iski.
Yikes.
You're right there at the edge of the forest, though. You can see it starting to open up.
Almost there.
See how this thing does as it runs. See it now start to charge after you, Iski, but with your ice covering its face and eyes, its very large eyes made a perfect target for that point-blank breath weapon, blinding it temporarily as it smashes full-on into a tree, reeling itself and shaking its head before looking around and finally retargeting you, but a ways back, a couple hundred feet back now. So you're coming up finally on that clearing, and this thing just knocked itself in the head pretty good. All right, I got to roll for the rest of them. There's that. There's that. Okay. The 5 of them take off through the woods. You can see them getting further and further away. Garrett, you can still kind of see them from around this large thing that now starts to turn around, looking down at you. Snaps its jaws across at you. What's your AC?
Last time I checked, it's like 18, but let me double check.
Yeah, pretty decent AC.
18, yeah.
You bring your shield up at the last second and jam it into this thing's beak as it snaps down. Tears its head to the side, releasing your shield. Now brings up a large paw and swings it down at you. Just misses way over your head, kind of coughing and choking. catches a bit of the tree next to you, just shattering bark. But it missed. It didn't manage to catch you.
My turn?
Garrett, yeah, it's you.
I point at the direction where its other friends went. I look directly in its eye and I go, "Run!" Command.
All right. Does command work on
Can
this thing?
Yeah, can you use command on these types of creatures? We'll find out, I
That's
guess.
what I'm looking up.
Because command is you speak one word command to a creature receiving with range. Target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or follow the command next turn. The spell has no effect on target if it's undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it.
If it
Owlbears
doesn't
speak.
understand your language.
Yeah.
Owlbears don't speak common.
You can still yell at it, technically.
As far as you know, it doesn't speak common.
Okay.
Because as you command it, it just kind of cocks its head at you.
All right.
The
say-
feathers start ruffling up around it.
Zangulus, go, Raven, wherever you are. I have to fight this thing because it's going to kill me. Either that, or I have to run away, and it's going to catch me. I am not fast.
If you think you can hold it off.
I can't hold it off, but it's
That's what I'm saying.
but I am screwed right now. So you either help me or help Iski. Right now, one of us is going to die.
Actually, Raven, stay with him.
All right. So that was one of my actions. I'm going to use my action surge, and I'm just going to smack it in the face.
All right, roll an attack.
That seems like a good idea.
Why not?
4-man's crit,
Ooh.
which is 20 non-natural.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Big creature.
That was the most uncertain smack in the face.
Oh, bam! 7 damage? No. Yeah, 7 damage. 7 damage. Bludgeoning damage.
Yep, taking your mace out now, seeing it, looking at you angry, you swing up and crack it right across the side of the face. It lets out a roar of pain and anger, just snaps its head back towards you. You can see just a little mark of blood starting to paint into the feathers. It's hurt a little bit and not
A little
happy.
bit. Yeah, of course not. It should try to eat me.
It looks pretty hungry. Looks pretty hungry. Zangulus, what are you doing? You just
still
cut around
running
that
after
tree. You're running after Iski? All right, roll me a dex save.
21.
21. Yep. You easily dart through the trees, and now you're actually starting to catch up. You can see the much larger owlbear ahead of you now. Blurs of motion, used to being able to track things through forest. You have a general idea of where Iski is. However, you do see blood across the ground as you're running, and notice where the blood was, much smaller, like skid mark. It appears that Iski's hurt and not faring great. It seems the thing struck a blow against her as you're chasing behind. Raven, that goes to you.
How far away am I now?
You're a full turn of running. Well, actually, what's the range on your bow?
320 feet.
You are within max range. It'll be a disadvantage shot, but you could fire your bow from max range.
Okay. It's 80, I think, is the...
Optimal range.
That's optimal. That'd
Yeah.
take you a turn of trying to dart through the trees to get up into optimal range.
I will. I'll dash. Use my full action to move.
Dex save.
Dice. All right, 20.
Not natural.
You easily
Modified.
with modified 20. Still, there are different DC levels that I have. So as you cut through the trees, where do you want to stop in comparison to the creature? Do you want to stay back with your bow, or do you want to go in there with daggers? How are you doing this? Because you can get into right next to Garrett range now if you wanted to.
Is there he's fighting with one of the owlbears, right?
Yeah, Garrett is face to face with one of these things right now, and it's snapping its beak down, trying to eat it. It's a small little tasty snack.
A metal wrap snack.
Yeah. Just in a can.
They have really tough beaks, so it's
Yes.
more like you're wrapped in tinfoil to be cooked.
All right. Yeah, I'll try to get up close behind it so I can get into melee range.
All right, so you're going to actually come up behind it for melee.
Yeah.
So Garrett at the front, you up behind. All right, you can do that with the 20 DC. You get around the trees, come in and swing in behind it now, ready for combat.
I'm pulling out my rapier.
This is the first time I've seen you do melee combat this entire campaign.
Yeah, Raven's not fond of being up close and personal, but the rapier does more damage.
All right, Iski, it's you.
Don't fuck it up. Don't
So-
fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Roll me a dexterity save and a constitution save
Oh,
I rolled a 10 plus
on the dexterity. Oh, 10 on the die, nice.
Yeah, so
So
15.
15.
15, and then I just rolled a 12.
So 15.
And
15.
Did you say Constitution?
Okay, so you feel your body starting to burn, but you push through the pain, not damaging yourself further as you push to the edge of the forest now. You are right up to the edge. You are coming up to the edge where the blast area is, where it's just tree stumps and open space. You can go just out into the open if you want. You can dart off to the side. How
I'm
do
gonna
you wanna,
keep. I'm
what
gonna
are you
keep
gonna
running
do?
out into the open. I'm gonna go forward, and then can I see? Wait, what can I see in front of me? Can I see anybody?
Roll me a quick perception with disadvantage because you're basically running for your life.
Makes sense.
So I rolled a 14.
And
They roll one more time. If you roll disadvantage, you have to roll twice.
roll
So
twice, take
14
the
and
low.
15.
So the 14 you
14,
can take.
so plus your perception.
Okay. 1. So 15.
As you're coming up to the edge of the forest, you can see a patrol not but 60 feet off to your right. And there are 6 armored men just like you saw before.
Okay, I'm gonna head towards those guys, and I'm gonna look really, really scary as I'm running, and try to get the guys behind me to go towards those guards, and then hopefully I can ditch out somehow.
It's a good plan.
All right. You come bursting out of the forest, running towards this group of 6 guards, covered in blood, tree muck. Roll me an intimidation check.
I rolled an
Do something
18.
cool.
Oh,
Jesus!
that's pretty good.
This dragon comes busting out of the forest.
All right, you come busting. You rolled a 19 plus what? For
Rolled an-
intimidation for you.
18, and then plus 1, so 19.
So a 19. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, that's for them. No, nope, and no. All right, as you come busting out of the woods, screaming at them, they stand there. They kind of look at you. Weapons start to get drawn out. Before they were just at the ready as being part of the patrol. They start to get drawn out. Their eyes go wide. They point, not at you, but their arms kind of go higher as a giant owlbear comes smashing through, the rest of the trees, knocking them over. You just hear the sounds of as they can't even get words out, and you see them shaking. One of them manages to scream, "Owlbear!" And you can hear that shout echo across the entire open field as lights start going off in the fortress.
Even if you die, we accomplished our mission.
We did what we were supposed to do.
Roll me another dex saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh.
So that the owlbear, see where the owlbear goes after. One,
2.
so 5.
Yeah.
All right, you dart back towards the woods, but manage to just feel your body starting to pull and shut down as you do this.
Ow.
Stumbling, dragging your leg behind you. However, as you do that, even though you're bloodied and have led this thing on a chase,
Yes.
it turns its head towards the large group now, wearing red and screaming openly as they all start to scatter as a group. You were there, heading towards them. They appear to be of the same grouping, and it has re-locked on its target. As more owlbears come bursting out of the woods.
Oh,
See who they go after.
Trying to be unnoticed.
I did.
4 of them start tearing off after the large one, chasing down this group of patrol as they're running towards the next group to try and combine forces. One of them, however, turns its head as it starts to run with them and notices you, Iski. It's starting to square off. Zangulus, you come up to the edge of the woods now at this point. You see Iski holding herself up on a tree stump, bloodied, and dragging a leg behind her, an owlbear facing her, one very large owlbear, and 4 more charging after the group of soldiers off in the distance. And then we're going to switch it up to Garrett and Raven. The owlbear against you, Garrett.
Come on.
Does a double claw attack. First one comes down, just smashes into your shield, just clang. However, the reverberations throw your arm down and kind of leave you kneeling, and it catches you on the second strike, bringing it down between your armor at the back of your neck. You feel the claws just sink into your back near your spine.
Okay.
This one's gonna hurt.
Okay.
Oh.
So the claw attacks are okay.
Oh.
You take 25 points of damage as it
Oh,
puts a
crap.
claw straight into your back, and you feel it just miss, basically paralyzing you.
Mhm.
It's a crit.
Figured.
Ow.
It's all right.
I'm not dead.
Not dead yet.
Mm-mm.
Only mostly dead.
Garrett, no!
That goes to you, Garrett.
Okay, cool. Then I heal myself.
What are you healing yourself with?
Let's see.
Myself.
With myself.
I think you have a salve for that, don't you?
No, he needs to
I
produce
Just-
the healing self. That's how he heals himself.
Pop it open and pour it over yourself.
I have actually a lot of options. I'm a multi-class fighter now, so I actually do have second wind that I could use as my full action.
Flashdance style healing.
Yeah. Oh god. I guess I'll just use Cure Wounds on myself.
What level?
I can use it as a level. Yeah, I'll use it level 1. A level 1.
Okay.
I don't know if that's such a good idea.
So it's 6 plus 3 plus 4. So
13.
because I've 13.
So that brings you back up to 18.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna die in the next hit, but at least Raven will have some time to like do some damage.
And are you
You're
going to
back
do
at
anything
18.
with your bonus action?
Bonus action?
Hey, you get your bonus action still.
I will. I remembered something. I still have a spider, an acid spider sack that we cut out from that, or that. Where is that? Yeah, acid spider silk pouch. No, it was the venom pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from like when we fought against the Minotaur.
Oh,
Is it possible for me to reach out, grab it, and toss, even if it's just in my backpack, just grab my backpack and toss it into its mouth? You know, and like in some sort of way to try, like rip it open into its mouth, like just basically throwing this acid pouch into this thing's face.
You can always try to do something.
Okay, so what do you want me to roll to try it out?
We always try to do something.
I'm
Roll me
pulling.
an
Yeah, I'm pulling out
roll
this.
at
I'm pulling out and
disadvantage.
throw it in. Okay, disadvantage attack roll.
Yeah, this is going to be no. This is almost basically straight D20 stuff because
So it's either
You're
a
improvising
16
crap.
or an 18. So a 16.
all right, it's not going in its mouth. All right, here's what happens with that. You reach into your bag and pull out this sack from the spider that you'd gotten before, this venom pouch, taking the edge of a sharp edge of your mace, cut it open and just wing it, burning your hand a little bit in the process. Improvising it, you take 1 point of damage, acid damage, burning yourself while doing this. However, you fling it and splash it straight across its eye. Well, was it the eye? Yeah, it was the eyes.
I like the sound of that.
Splashing it right across the face and the eyes. Very large eyes right there in front of you. And let's see if this happens. So, okay. That's not going to be good. You see it starting to sear. It doesn't seem to be causing bleeding or physical damage like when you're wounding something. However, the acid goes across its face and eyes. It screams. I won't do it here for the sake of everyone's ears at home, but it screams out in a way that is unlike most any creatures you've ever heard. A way of pain that is beyond anything as you notice the acid start to dig its way into these large eyes themselves. It pulling up its paw, clawing at its face, trying to do anything to stop the pain. As notice the eyes themselves are almost melting from the acid being there.
ouch.
Wow, that's
Well, we took care of that guy.
You blinded him.
Good thing you didn't miss, too, because I'm right behind you.
Could have gone very, very poorly.
Everything else has gone poorly. The dice owes me. Oh God. I think it owes Iski lots of things. Is what it does.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Raven.
All right.
Kill it.
I'm gonna try to stab it with my rapier, and I should get sneak attack bonus, I think.
It doesn't see you. It's burning its face off.
And you have
That's true.
advantage because it's blind.
I hope you can get it.
Excellent.
excellent.
Where's my sneak attack damage? Oh, there it is.
I think you're at 3d6 now.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, good. The first roll was a 1.
Oh.
The second roll was a 14, which becomes an unnatural 20.
All right. Good thing for blind advantage. As
Yeah,
you
right?
bring your rapier back up, it's moving itself around. You almost miss a shot. However, you jab the rapier forward, catching it right across a major artery on the underside, starting to spill blood from its leg. So you get your rapier damage and your sneak attack damage.
What is the rapier? 1d8?
Yeah.
And it's a finesse weapon, so she gets to add her dexterity to the damage instead of strength.
I did almost max damage on that.
Oh, sound of that.
23 total.
Damn.
Rogues, you give them sneak attacks, they do damage.
This thing is probably taking 40 points of
Scream
damage at this point.
increases in volume, almost shaking your armor with reverberation now, Garrett being right in front of it. You have never heard anything like this, and it's practically deafening you as you can see Raven taking the shot and watching blood just spill to the ground underneath this thing. All right, we're gonna go back to Iski. Iski, what are you doing? Your leg
Running.
is kind of limping behind you.
If I can run on that leg, though, I want to keep running away.
You can push it. You can try.
Push it real good.
You see Zangulus coming out of the woods, an owlbear starting to approach you.
God dang it. Just one?
Just one. It broke off of the pack and started to approach.
No.
The
big-
others all took off after the large group. One of them did notice you. I mean, we're the original, prey.
How close is it to me?
30 feet.
Okay.
Pretty close.
Yeah, so it's pretty close. It's not right up in your face, but it's pretty close. What the? Who did that?
What happened?
I don't know.
Somebody hit watch with everyone on a video.
My bad.
Dang it, Garrett.
I was just trying to be topical.
I gotta fix everyone's cameras too. They reordered. There we go.
I didn't do it.
It was me.
I also. It was both of us.
All right. So, yeah, it's 30 feet from you. You're hurting. You see Zangulus 60 feet off to your left. Or your right, technically, because you're kind of leaning on the
I'm gonna
stump as you're
actually
headed
just-
back towards the woods.
Just pretend it's not there and just keep running. That's what
Are
I'm
you
gonna
running
do.
directly into the woods towards
Back into the
Zangulus
woods,
north?
like towards our camp.
Okay, so
obviously
you're
I'm
going
not there,
right
but-
towards Zangulus now.
Yep.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I rolled a 6. 9 in total.
All right. Zangulus, you notice Iski stand up and start to run. She gets about half the distance to you, and her eyes go wide as coughs out blood. Pushing your body as hard as you did, that's 8 points of damage. It was increasing
Jesus.
if you didn't make the
So
saving
she's
throw.
unconscious.
So
She's unconscious.
she falls unconscious 30 feet in front of you, Zangulus. 30 feet away from this owlbear that has taken notice of her. What happens when you push your body that hard? Normally you would have been out of key points long ago, but instead I let you spend essentially life.
So is she just unconscious, or is she
Unconscious.
dying?
Well,
She's unconscious.
She's gonna have to make
Oh,
death
she's-
saving throws.
Yeah.
She
So
exerted
she-
her body to the point of near death.
She's 30 feet away from
However,
me?
that's a mechanic thing. You don't know if she's dying or not. You just know she collapsed.
Yeah, she's 30 feet away from me.
She's 30 feet away from you.
I
and it's
will run up
your
to
turn
her
before they
and I
open.
will heal her.
All right.
And I'm going to do a level 2 heal.
Ooh.
Seven.
Hey, 7 points is better than none.
What'd you do?
Yes.
Roll like a 1 and a 2?
I rolled 2 2s, and that's +3.
Iski, you get 7 points of health as you come to after collapsing, feeling blood across your mouth and tongue, coughing it out, and you see Zangulus over you, his hand just starting to fade from that bright green color that you've seen him use before.
Be healed.
You are healed.
The owlbear behind you now. Bonus action, Zangulus, before we get to that, because you can bonus actions.
Can I get into a defensive stance
Can.
and draw my swords?
I don't think we've seen Zangos go melee either yet.
No, I've never gone melee, but I don't think I have a choice, so...
Alright, you're drawing your swords and going defensive, so you basically it makes it so it's harder to hit you if you get attacked now. Turning towards you, the creature notices Iski laying on the ground. The owlbear looks over at you with your sword standing there. Does. Seeing you standing over her with swords and looking around, noticing it's on its own, it starts to back itself up, keeping its eye on you, turns around and starts running after the rest of its group.
Ooh.
Darn straight.
Yeah, I'm
Now we
intimidated.
disappear back into the woods.
We need to go now.
Rolled a 2 on the decision there to...
Oh, thank God.
They're smart enough to stick together and not
Yeah.
try and attack someone that's standing over its food with weapons alone.
Still haven't gone into melee.
I imagine like when
Can't believe that
Zangulus
works.
actually has to go into melee, it's gonna be turned into some sort of crazy sword wielding stuff. It's like the one thing. It's a what is it? Like Trigon. It's like the one thing that he always tries to not ever use, but because he just kills everything around him if he does use his swords.
No, I believe what's going to happen is he's going to go like that with it, except instead his swords are going to leave his hands and end up like embedded in walls and stuff.
Yeah. I don't even know how to do dual wielding. I haven't even
Right, so
bothered
that one
looking
took
it up.
off. We're
We
going
need to go
back
now.
to Garrett and Raven. This thing is in front of you now. It's just lashing out with its claws. It doesn't even know where to bite. It's just swinging wildly. So let's see if it hits you, Garrett.
Don't hate
That's a no.
Thank you.
And with the second one, that might be a yes. You're what, 18?
18.
Barely missed.
Oh.
As it swings wildly, the first one's just way over your head, nowhere near. However, the second claw comes down across the ground, and you're able to just barely knock it away with your shield. You feel a little scrape up across the armor of your boots, but it doesn't actually get through and injure you at all. Garrett, your turn.
I'm smack it in the face.
All right, go for it.
I'm not gonna smack it in the face unless a big old 13 hits it.
13 does hit.
What?
Hey.
Okay.
They're very large creatures without much natural armor to them. A 13 does
Another 7 damage.
hit. All right. As you barely duck out of the way of its claws, you're able to get in and you bring your mace up under its chin, catching it, cracking it under the jaw for 7 points of damage. It's howling in pain and frustration.
Raven, kill it.
I'm working
Alright.
on it.
Raven, you're up.
All right, we're stabby. Where'd my
Go for
d20?
it.
Did you get backstab again? Or sneak attack
Yeah.
again? Yeah.
As long
You're
as it's
threatening- If she's hidden and gets a first strike, it's a sneak attack, or if someone
Blinded.
is threatening,
Okay.
meaning you're in combat with it, any
Yeah.
one of you in melee combat with another creature gives a rogue sneak attack every
Yeah.
single turn.
It's pretty
Nice.
fantastic.
I don't know if my camera is gonna pick this
Oh,
up.
that reminded me. I forgot about my sock puppets.
Ooh.
Did you roll a 20?
I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
A crit?
A crit.
Oh boy, this is where rogues really shine. So it's going to be your rapier damage and your sneak attack dice. Double all the dice, including the sneak attack dice, and then add your bonus on top.
Jesus.
Okay.
Sophie just reminded me
My
of
calculator.
my sock puppet Flint.
Oh.
Flint's gonna be
Flint.
pissed, by the way.
Oh,
Flint's-
Flint's gonna be so pissed.
He's gonna be so pissed.
We're gonna have to go back and when we're all
Which Flint,
beaten and
though?
bruised-
Flint or
Or
Flint?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Gophers.
Gophers.
Gophers, Flint. Gophers.
Well, I
I'm gonna
rolled
try-
fairly low as far as damage goes, but it still came out to a 27 after the crit.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So with 27 more damage, you bring your sword in and find another artery. This time on the other side. Raven, be a badass.
Woo! Alright, well, I'm channeling my inner Zorro at this point.
Yeah.
I just kind of take aim and kind of shave off some of its feathers and like an R and then stab it right in the middle.
All right. Coming up underneath now with a flourish of movement with the rapier that you haven't seen from Raven before. This is very precise and very talented. She's always stayed back, always fired arrows. Garrett, you're quite impressed by this. This is scary almost. Not only does she have like the dark stuff that comes off of her hand and traces runes in the air, but she's really handy with a weapon. Carves an R into the inner leg, into the thigh of this thing, and then brings the rapier up into the other side as you see even more blood spill out, and now with that, not even howling in pain, just sort of a and then it just collapses as blood leaves its body, unable to sustain itself, falling at your feet.
I look
On
at it. I look at Raven. Look at the thing. Look at Raven. You need to hit things more often. I won't tell Flint. No, you don't tell Flint, because Flint will want to fight you.
Yeah. See, the problem is if they hit me, I don't have a lot of muscle to survive it. But yeah.
You just need to fight. When Flint gets into fights, you just go fight. He will hate it because you will win, because you will kill everything. But this is what needs to happen. Now let's go save Iski.
Now able to stand up, being healed by Zangulus, you continue on into the forest.
I'm gonna help her, since she's hurt, get back to where they are. And I think I can do that actually pretty well. Even though difficult terrain does not slow your group's travel. I'm not sure, since she's hurt, how well I can still do it, but I should
Doesn't
be
slow
able to-
you. Difficult terrain
Okay.
doesn't slow you even with it. It slows you down a little bit. She's injured, but
Yeah.
you're not running for your lives at full sprint through the woods at this point.
Yeah. I'm
As you
just moving as fast
dart
as
back in.
she can go without her getting hurt further.
As you dart back into the woods, I want Iski, you with disadvantage, and Zangulus, you're helping her, so also disadvantage. Roll perception checks.
Alright. I didn't see anything.
I rolled a 9.
What
9.
was that, Iski?
I rolled a 9.
Okay, so plus what for your perception?
So plus 1, so 10 in total.
That's enough for you to see it. Zangulus, you're focused on trying to help Iski.
Super
As
fun.
you're going back into the woods, Iski, you look over your shoulder, especially because you were thinking machinery. That helped you out in this moment. You notice now a large multi-barreled object of some kind with wheels on the sides at the very top of the fort. You see a poof out of one of the barrels, and arrows just go up into the air and all start raining down towards the owlbears. Poof! More of them. Arrows coming down by the dozens as they're
Also
launched out of
raining down on
whatever
their
this...
men that are fighting the owlbears?
Bad men.
You see them firing off in that direction. And as you head back into the woods. So, you manage to rejoin Raven and Garrett after a little bit of travel back into the woods.
I spend a
Screams echoing from the
let's see what I
open
can
field
do.
behind you.
I have used 3 of my 4 spell slots.
Just looking at the dead owlbear, I see you guys fared pretty
I've
well.
used all 4 of my spell slots. For one, I still have 1 super uber powerful healing spell, and I'm going to use the super uber powerful spirit healing
I'm
spell.
not doing so good.
Yeah, to get everybody.
Yeah.
So, but then we need the rest. So everyone, let's see what the number it is. Has anyone got hurt other than me and Niski?
I apparently still have some lingering damage from a previous encounter.
All right, so
And also from the
yeah,
You fell
branch
down.
to the
so
throat.
Oh, yeah.
Raven, Iski, and I all get. $19 hit points back.
Dang.
Life healer.
I feel so good. Yeah. I'm
Because it's a
feeling
level
better
2
now.
spell, so I get 2 plus the spell level, which is 2 for my Disciple of Life. Plus I get let me get this right. 2 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, and my spellcasting ability modifier is
Wisdom.
Wisdom, which is 2, so it's 4. So that's 4 plus 4 plus my roll, which was 11, so 19.
Yes.
Yeah, they hit life
Very
healers
nice.
have some ridiculous healing spells.
Oh, and
Thank
this
you,
is
kind
me at a low
sir.
level. If I had casted that at like a 3rd level, like we're talking like 40 points, like minimum 40 kind of thing.
I'm gonna
30, 40
rush
points.
forward and put my arms around you, grab you, and hug you.
All right, so I'm going to take that as a friendly gesture, and then I'm
Yes.
going to take it a little further because
Oh no.
That's what
I'm
you do.
Garrett. Because that's what happens.
Thank
So
you.
this is a hug. I hug back, and
Thank you.
then
Thank you.
I grab the butt. I'm like, yes.
I'm gonna whip around and hit him across the face with my tail and walk away.
not,
Hey.
not even gonna try to stop it. Totally worth it.
You
You
better watch yourself.
are fast.
Yes. And you are handsy. I kind of liked it a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay.
It's okay. It's
Oh.
okay. I have touched everyone's butt in this party because I want them all to feel beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We
I
need,
did not
to,
touch Raven's butt because Raven would kill me.
we need to get back to Flint now and not tell him anything.
I'm going to drag that owlbear.
Not a word.
That owlbear cannot be in the woods because then they will find out
crap.
that yeah. So we need to bring the owlbear back with us. We will cut it up and eat it, and we will tell Flint that this is the gopher.
If he
Yes, I
sees
think
it,
this is a
though,
good idea. Here's a gopher.
It is no longer dangerous because it is dead.
Because he may go on and on about the gopher. That's true.
Trust me, I got this. Raven, you got me?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, totally. You will believe us. You will believe us. Just help me drag this thing with us.
Okay,
So
let's go.
as the night winds further on, getting closer and closer now to
Yeah.
midnight, the sky dark, full of stars, you spending time to drag this carcass of an owlbear between the 4 of you because they're big, they are heavy.
Yeah.
You continue to drag it back. As you come to the clearing, you can see Flint sitting there, now with Carrick sitting up, the 2 of them talking. Garrett, he's very much awake and alive.
Drat.
As you drag the
Sorry.
corpse of this owlbear further and further into the field, approaching where now there is a small fire set up somewhat near this pond in the open area. And that's where we're gonna leave the story. We're gonna pick it up next time with the corpse of the owlbear coming in. So
Bravo,
I wanna see
everyone.
Flint's reaction to that.
I brought the
Gophers.
gopher, Flint.
It was a little bit bigger than we anticipated.
He is
Okay.
never gonna trust you again.
It was for the group's own good, really. He'll understand.
He won't
Well, it
ever.
saved me from having to NPC it, so
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah, I thought it all worked out.
I had the TBI thing saved up because he wasn't going to be able to make it a couple sessions ago or something like that. And I figured,
Honestly,
you know what? It's not long after he fired a thunder wave from inside rubble in an enclosed area.
He's been down more times than anybody else in this party combined, so he probably has like TBI from repeated strikes to the head. He is the D&D equivalent of a football player, of an NFL football player.
Yeah. He's,
Beaky Gophers.
hey! Ask the NFL that syndrome is not real.
Doesn't exist.
Only if you ask the NFL, though.
Oh,
How
that was
did
fun.
you enjoy it, chat? How did you enjoy this episode? The characters are really finding themselves more and more. I love
yeah.
how you guys are more and more getting into the roles. So I don't have to drag like story out of you. Just it's
Right.
happening now. It's so good.
It's really fun.
I will say that was kind of epic what Iski did.
It was.
The Iski running.
That was
kind of
great.
epic.
Yeah.
That was kind of badass for her. Yeah.
Yeah, you pushed your body right to the limit too.
Yep,
That's
right
why
to
the
the
con
limit.
save started. Damage was actually increasing every time you failed it.
Cool.
That's what I set up. I'm like, you know what? Rule a cool moment. We're gonna have you fucking high-speed ninja run this whole mile.
Yep.
But you have limited amount of ki, and ki is your natural physical energy. So how does that work? Oh, I know. It's gonna start hurting.
Uh-huh.
And
That
it makes
was
sense.
awesome.
It's like if a runner would have just pushed themselves beyond their limits. You know?
Yep, your body's just gonna start shutting down on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just happy that we came up with a plan and we executed the plan and it pretty much exactly worked out. We had a couple trip ups there, but
Literally.
I think
No
that's
plan
a
ever
first.
survives the first contact with the enemy.
I mean, we
And I'm
did
just-
really well though.
I'm just lucky that I had the acid spider sack.
Yeah,
I
that was
didn't
good.
remember that you even had that. That worked
I
out
also
really
have this.
well.
I also have the silk sack. Because remember, we killed this acid spider, and I like carved it up so I could get it. Same because that was when
Yeah.
we were doing the Minotaur, like the same place we were doing the Minotaur. And then I'd forgotten I had it until that moment. I looked at my pack. I'm like, I have an acid spider sack. And because you told me, listen, it's kind of like an acid. Like you could throw it, it'll be kind of like an acid grenade or whatever like that.
Yeah, it's like a vial of
acid. Yeah.
acid that you can launch and it shatters and does it.
Yeah.
That was basically what it was, yeah.
And
I gave
it
it
had-
stats. I actually flipped through my book and found it real quick.
Yeah.
Because all I had to do was go to the front because that was like really early on. I flipped a couple pages in and I went, oh yeah, there it is.
And Kickassus, I headbutted an owlbear in the butt. It's the only way that Garrett would have encountered an owlbear. Is
Of
just
course.
putting his head straight into the rectum of the fallen one.
I'm just lucky I had advantage for a lot of that running because I did roll a couple
It
of
wasn't a
ones.
rectum though.
What's that?
Cloaca.
Cloaca.
Yeah, birds have cloacas. It does two functions from one
All right.
spot.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, I've always kind of been confused about the owlbears because I've seen some pictures of owlbears which are basically bears with owl heads, and others where they're just giant owls on four legs.
These are bears with owl heads and feathers. They're sort of like
Yeah.
if you genetically splice the two animals together,
Yeah.
that's an owl bear.
Yeah.
Some people say they give birth like, bears would, mammals. Some are like,
Mhm.
no, they do it with eggs. I prefer the eggs. So
I-
they're
I-
birds to me.
At the end of the day, I like owlbears, and they're one of my favorite creatures to throw at PCs. So I was glad that you threw an owlbear horde at us.
They live in the forest. I was randomly rolling to see if any creatures were wandering through, and on my chart, I rolled the owl bears, and I went,
Nice.
owl bears! Because they're my favorite of all the animals in the game.
And they're actually
This-
they're pretty tough. I mean, they're tough, but they're not so tough that you can't fight them. You
Yeah,
know?
like, as you noticed, the two of you were able to take one on, but if it gets a hit in, it hurts.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Owlbears are, even at their base level, are either D10 plus 5 for the beak or 2D8 plus 5 for the claw.
I cheated and looked them up. Yeah, they're stupid powerful. Stupid powerful.
Yeah, they will hurt. They will hurt you. And then, of course, I modify everything in my game, so nothing is straight book. Just
I know,
because
but I
then
wanted to
if
know what
they
the
look
base
it up.
owlbear was. Even though I had a feeling we weren't dealing with base owlbears. Yeah, I factored that in.
Yep. Just because I know a lot of players out there love to read the books, and it's great. I love that the players read the books. And I love reading the books myself. And I know a lot of the audience will read the books, so they know kind of the base stats of all the creatures in the world. So what I do is I take that and then I go, I'm going to change it and add all this other stuff to it. Why? Because then you know what it is, but then you're still surprised. All of you in the audience are like, oh shit, they do that in his game? Yeah. So I modify a lot of the stuff. I homebrew a lot of different things. I tweak it. I add different abilities. I shift things around because that way it keeps it fresh. It's not ever a straight book fight. It's always going to keep you guessing as both players, which is part of the point, and for everyone out there in the audience, because I'm looking at chat now. Hello, chat. I'm finally looking at chat now because...
Yeah. For those of you guys who don't know,
Grakees
doesn't watch chat when he's DMing because he's focused on his. And most of the time, we don't really watch chat either. So we try to
a little bit.
We try to a little bit, but we're mostly trying to
like
focus
theater.
on the experience.
Yeah.
Every Saturday, it's theater. It's a stage play. So I have to focus on what's going on in front of me, on all of the stuff in my book. There's a lot of story. There's a lot of stuff to track. So if I was reading chat too, especially as the show grows, if it gets bigger and bigger, chat might end up just flying eventually. So I have to focus on putting on the best show I possibly can.
So what he's trying to say is tell your friends. Bring your kids, bring your wife, everyone go do D&D up in here. That's what we want. More
Exactly.
people.
It's certainly a really good time, and it's fun to have you out there watching. And I try to glance over at chat and just see what the temperature is, see how you guys are liking it. So it's always nice when you comment or just kind of be part of it. And I think Grakees mentioned at the beginning of the show that he's going to do a help or hinder episode at some point here soon, where you will be able to affect the gameplay here. So I'm really looking forward to that interaction with you.
Yep. Donations are going to pool, essentially. So if you don't have to donate at all, but if you decide to, everyone's donations will pool. So it isn't going to be one person, it has it all on them to throw a certain amount in. It's going to be a bar, essentially. And as different things hit, you can either help the Minotaurus with different stuff appearing within the game, stuff that's already on my chart of possible finds. It just increases the chances of it happening more and more and more. So instead of a 1% roll, it becomes a 5%, a 10%, a 20, and so on. It grows. Same thing with nasty stuff. That's the hinder, where it could be anything from simple traps to, oh, you just fucked these guys over pretty royally. And there are, you just fucked them over royally moments on the chart. It's just the chances are really itty bitty. Make it happen more. And that's going to go to helping the cast get to conventions so that we can all meet up, and maybe we might be able to do a one shot if we have enough free time. We might not have enough free time, but at the very least, the cast getting to meet each other, it really helps a lot. So that's for those conventions, as well as anything left over we can look to getting people better mics if they need it, or cameras, or anything of that nature to put on a better and better show for all of you. Maybe eventually looking to pay for a intro movie graphic thing that gets animated of some kind with all the characters talking. So there's a lot of stuff we can do to put on a better show for you. And that's what the Helper Hinders funds are going to go to. They're going to be evenly for the whole cast.
I think it's going to be really fun.
And we'd love to all do things like live shows if we can get money for things like all of us to go to. Because we all have jobs and lives and that kind of stuff. But we'd love to be able to do live shows and at like conventions and such like that. So that's your money would be appreciative Of course, it's always free. We're always doing this for free because we're having fun. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves.
We have fun, and we just want to make the best show possible for everyone because that's the base of it. We want to be entertainers.
I love playing an inappropriate halfling who just the fact that I'm not even level like 6 and I've already had a magic induced orgy at some point with just it was glorious. And so this is it just needs to happen now. It just needs to.
Peaked too soon, as I hear is consistently a problem for Garrett.
Not gonna deny that.
What? I got the mine. What is it matter?
No. He's a very generous lover. He's just quick on the bowstring. If you catch my drift.
He's very generous to himself.
I don't know if we live close to one another, Christoy later. I'm not sure.
I mean, I think some of us are moving around. Most of us are from all over the United States.
Yeah.
We're all pretty spread out because
None of us isn't even in that
there are some places we can get to easier, like Grakees can get to like PAX East a little bit easier. I could probably get to like PAX West or PAX South easier. Right, could probably get to PAX West a little bit.
Honestly,
easier.
with flight costs, because for me to fly to PAX East because it's cheaper than a train ride, which is stupid. But it still costs a certain amount. I mean, we can all get to any cities relatively easy.
So long as we live close enough to
except
convention
for
areas.
Carrick. Yes.
Yeah, he would be the hardest one to get to because he's international. So, but most of us could get to a PAX or a convention somewhere in the United States
TwitchCon.
pretty easily. TwitchCon, yeah. I'd love to do a live game at TwitchCon. It'd be kind of
That
cool.
would be so fun.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
If we did that, I would have to make sure I had Dwarven Forge stuff ready because I would be building out my
Someday.
old school paper mache models with Dwarven Forge and
Oh boy.
You better believe I have maps that are ready, and you guys are gonna have to do that.
We could also probably talk to like Nighthawk and that kind of stuff because I know Nighthawk does a lot of that stuff on his own, so he could probably have some stuff ready so you don't have to like ship it across country.
I think it would just be
I
a
love
ton
doing
of
that.
fun to get together and do this live with one another. We would have
that would be
so
good.
much fun, you guys.
It would be too much fun.
It would be too much fun. Yeah.
That's the dream someday, that we can all be on a stage and play D&D in front of an audience. I would die happy if that ever happened to me. Are you
We're getting a
kidding
little
me?
ahead of ourselves, but
That's
yeah.
like one of those things where I remember watching conventions as a kid and I'd be like, how did I get... I'm DMing in front of a live audience. Yeah, I'm wearing the diaper. Okay, I'm good. So yes, I do believe that's going to do it for us for this week.
Stay tuned. We're still doing that at fan art contest. If you have fan art, if you are a talented artist, if you are just a stick figure artist, doesn't matter. If you are inspired by this in any way, shape, or form, do some artwork and post it on Twitter with the hashtag #BadRolls or on our Discord with at our fan art section. And of course, you can do both. That's fine as well. But we are going to be giving away a D&D related prize to whoever does the best fan art. Again, it's not about quality; it's about the heart. It's about where you come from.
It is about.
Love to see what you
Yes.
come up with.
You know.
Would really love it. It's really fun when we do get some fan art. We will giggle over it and just love all over it for a long time. No matter what it looks like. It could be stick figures or it could be something that's really well done. It doesn't matter. We love doing this and we love seeing your representation and interpretation of it.
Especially Iski jumping through trees.
Oh yes.
Straight lines across the paper. That's good. Like straight lines.
Stay tuned, of course, for next Saturday. We should have another episode of Bad Rolls for you. And until then, try not to roll any ones.